Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. We are starting with something special today. Now, I've got all your requests that you mentioned before the stream started. So we are testing the Nintendo 64 called the latest build by Robert Pipe, the 20th of August 2023. And hey, let's start with a game show. It's Wheel of Fortune. You're not gonna win anything. You might win a black screen, you might win a colorful screen. You're not gonna win a car. You're certainly not gonna win a microwave. But guys, everyone that was in chat, Joseph, TMS, JB, Gavin, guys, hey, hello, how you doing? Hopefully everyone had a great weekend and whatnot. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune, I'm gonna go through your requests. I've got them written down. Joseph, I did pick up your request earlier on my phone. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 are gonna be first. But first, we are checking out some Wheel of Fortune because everybody knows this is Video Game Esoterica's favorite game. He's actually got a Wheel of Fortune arcade machine that he plays a lot, but he tries not to show it because, you know, he's a little bit ashamed of it. But don't be ashamed of Wheel of Fortune, like, just check it out. It's a wheel, it's the fortune, and it's working on the latest N64 core. Well, kind of working. Are we frozen now? Are we frozen? I think we might be frozen. Okay, which is the perfect time to go to Pokemon. Oh no, it's not. It's still going. All right. I want to see if I can get something going here with Wheel of Fortune. Probably the worst way to start a stream. I'm pretty sure he'll get me back. If not on a video, then on a Discord. But oh, here we go.
It's your turn.
Oh, it's your turn. All right. Do you know what? My missus absolutely loves like this show. I think she played the game on a DS or something. She loved the game, or maybe it was on an iPad. I can't remember, but she loved it. We can't see the wheel, but we can see the little pin that lands on the thing. I was never really interested in these. Yeah, no, he's lying. It's Wheel of Fortune. That's his thing. I think he's got another channel where he just talks about game shows. But anyway, without roasting him too much, let's go over to Pokemon Stadium now. I feel like I'm gonna lose a friend today. But Pokemon Stadium was requested by Joseph. Like, we're talking like hours ago. So let's do that. It's Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. You're cooking dinner. You may have missed it. It wasn't really much of a roast. It was a bit of a roast. Video Game Esoterica. If you did hear it there, I was saying that this is your favorite game, Wheel of Fortune. That's why I put it on. It was for you. So Wheel of Fortune was your game, bud. So right, we've got Pokemon Stadium now. So Pokemon Stadium. I heard that little Pikachu. I can't remember if it went into that kind of texture, well, these kind of graphics that we're seeing now. Sorry guys if I don't make much sense today. I'm a little bit tired. It's not like I can't stream or anything. I'm just not feeling kind of at my sharpest, man. To be honest, I'm not usually that sharp anyway, but today I'm a little less sharper. Right, let's do Pokemon Stadium 2 and see how that goes. Right, okay. Yeah, takes a while to load. And guys, Video Game Esoterica has also done a video. He did a video which released at, well, this stream I started at 10:30, maybe a minute before, like 10:29. His video dropped at 10 o'clock, so half hour before the start of the stream. So do check that out because I'm the guy I always say that says this is cool, I like it, and I'm like an end user with it. But I learn a lot from VGE's channel, and I actually implement some of that into my channel as well. So be sure to check out his video. I'm going to check it out. I wanted to check it out before this stream. I couldn't. Oh, wow. Okay. Guys, Joseph, you seeing that, buddy? Pokemon Stadium 2, we have got some stuff going. We've got, I mean, if you're very familiar with Pokemon, it's like that. Who's that Pokemon? What's that Pokemon? Can you guess the Pokemon? I can't guess the Pokemon because, hey, I'm not, you know, I'm not that familiar with all the Pokemon, at least not like that. Like a friend of mine's proper into Pokemon. He proper goes, oh, okay, that's gone. Let me spare your ears. Let's turn that down a bit. What's next on the list? VGE. You know what? We're gonna do Superman. Right. Let me have a look at. Ooh, let me load another game. Let me load the next game on the list, which was Doom. So all the games so far are the ones mentioned before the stream started. So let's quickly get to Doom. Oh, okay, Doom 64. Okay, at least that sound has stopped. So let me try and, oh, I've got a different pair of varifocals on today. It's a little bit difficulty. All right, Superman. Okay, we're gonna do Superman for Video Game Esoterica. Remember, guys, try and keep them in block capitals, caps. Nice one, Joseph. Thanks for reminding. So this was Doom, and also, okay, I can hear some sound there. Sorry, I turned it down. Let me turn it up a bit. I think we've got some of the Doom soundtrack, possibly. Yep. Our Pokemon Puzzle League. All right, I want to add that to the list. After Superman, we'll do Pokemon Puzzle League. Okay, let me just turn that up a little bit because I'm not too familiar with Doom 64 music, but we've got Doom 64 music happening here. But hey, we want to get some visuals going. That's what we want. We want some visualization. So Doom 64, kind of no-go-ish at the moment. Now, Duke Nukem, was there one out? I guess there was, yeah, Duke Nukem 64. Never really, so there's a couple. Okay, so we'll do 0 Hour, and then we'll do Duke Nukem 64, just to see if they work. Also, once something loads up, I just want to show you guys another couple of bits I got. I thought I actually got like an all-region ROM pack, which I think I have, but it only goes up until the letter H. And as well as that, I actually grabbed some ROM hacks to see, hey, well, you know what, why not? Let me just show you those folders. So if we go here, I've got all regions. So I got this earlier, but as we go down here, it kind of just ends on H. So I thought I got all of it, you know, I do things in haste. And in ROM hacks, there's like a Celeste version, Celestial 64. We've got Dinosaur Planet, which we can try, Conker's Bad Fur Day. So there's a few extra things there. Feel free to name some of these if that's what you want checked. So Duke Nukem, let's just give it a reset. So that was Duke Nukem 0 Hour. That was requested earlier before the chat. Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy? You all right? Yeah, Rice Cake F-Zero's on the list, and that will be coming up. Hold on. So that will be coming up after the Duke Nukem and the Quake games. It's going to be F-Zero GX. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to read out the list that we've got in the order that we're going to be testing some games in. So after the Duke Nukem games that haven't quite worked, so we're going to do Duke Nukem 64 now. So after Duke Nukem 64, it's going to be Quake 1, Quake 2, F-Zero X, Command & Conquer 64, Battlezone, Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, Paper Mario, Superman, Pokemon Puzzle League. And that's what we've got down for now. And sorry, VG, I've got the Discord kind of up on my phone before my phone kind of locks down. So some jerked chicken, nice, good stuff. Okay, so this is Duke Nukem. What was this? Duke Nukem 64, wasn't it? Okay, so we've got a soundtrack. I'll turn it up a bit if you guys want to hear it a little bit. Okay, I wonder if I'll get a copyright strike. Do you know what was interesting, guys? On one of the previous streams, Motorhead Ace of Spades came on, but guys, I didn't get a copyright strike for it. I mean, I'm not complaining. I checked the video, no copyright strike whatsoever. So we were all good on that front. So let's go Quake now. PQ, sorry, here we go. Okay, so Quake 64, which I imagine is the original Quake, and then we're gonna have Quake 2 as well. I know MiSTer Walrus, someone very, very skilled at a lot of these old games, and he does a lot of 1CCs. A friend of mine, a friend of the channel's, he's been playing a lot of Quake recently on mouse and keyboard. I think Quake 2. I know I've got the remake. I bought it for the Switch. Plays really, really well. Actually plays decent online as well. But we've got some sound for. Here we go. Let me just turn it up a bit. I'm going to try and press stuff to see if something happens. So we're still getting we're still getting the black screens. There's still stuff happening, but there is more stuff that's going to come on and work. Like, well, we got something in Pokemon Stadium 2, which was fantastic. So right, let's go to the next Quake game now. So Quake 2, here we go. And guys, yeah, get your requests in. I'll keep writing them down in between. Block capitals as per usual would be super appreciated. Okay, what's that? That was Quake 2. No joy. Okay, sorry guys, just doing something in the background. Okay, cool. Right, so no Quake 2. Let's move on to something else. Ah man, it'd be nice to get something in. Right, F0X. That's been requested a few times, so let's go F0X. And here we go, F0X. It'd be really nice if we can get into this. Joseph, no problem. Rayman 2, not an issue, sir. I actually did find my notebook, and I was like, okay, let me use my notebook to actually write everything down because it was bigger, but I'm kind of lacking space on my desk for it. So a post-it actually works quite well, and I was writing quite small and just kind of being kind of all right with it. So that's F0, guys. It's not really working too great. Let's go and have a look at what's next on the list. The next on the list is Command and Conquer. So let's do a little bit of Command and Conquer, which I know we've got. Here we go, Command and Conquer. I don't expect this to work. I don't think this has ever worked, but hey, you never know. With a new core, stuff sometimes just works. There were some nice surprises. I think on the previous one, Destruction Derby, Resident Evil, Robotron was a great surprise, man. I just hope it'll be nice to actually. We'll try Robotron. I'll wait to see if someone mentions it. If they don't, I'll kind of add that myself as my choice. You know, I want to see if it stops crashing, because that would be awesome. If not, you know, it will happen somewhere down the line, hopefully. So this is Command and Conquer, just a bit of a no-go at the moment. So what have we got after Command and Conquer? Battle Zone. So let's go Battle Zone. Okay, that's Battle Tanks Battle Zone. Okay, here we go. Right, okay. So this is, I need to check this game out. This gets requested like every stream a few times by a few people. So I guess there must be something to this game. Okay, we've got, depending on your TV now, the screen I'm looking at, I can't, well, actually I can see a little bit of it, but my capture screen, which I think is a better quality screen as far as visuals go, I just saw like a little rectangle come up and the rectangle angle kind of gone. So I don't know if that's kind of telling me to press some option. Let me just move like down and up and then tap a button. But yeah, it's not much is happening here. There's definitely something there. Oh wow, okay. Guys, who wanted Battles on with? Okay. It looks like it's crashed. So whatever that box was at the beginning, I must have picked the right option somewhere along the line, and then it just kind of crashed. Now, okay, next up we've got the Banjo games. Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie. So let's start with the Kazooie and then we'll go to the Tooie. Fighter's Destiny, Asun Shin 999, definitely. N64 was definitely a machine that lacked fighters. I don't really remember like a proper fighter on there. You know, I guess the closest thing we would have had would have been maybe the Mortal Kombat games. So what was this? So this was Banjo. Okay, have we made progress on Banjo a little bit? Haven't pressed anything yet. Just pressing start now. Sound effects there. There's some stuff happening, but we've gone into darkness now. Okay, did it crash around the same kind of part? What am I in game? Okay, it hasn't crashed. Something is happening here. We've got all different artifacts, guys. It's so amazing. So yesterday I did a video on the N64 core. I was like, okay, I didn't really fancy streaming yesterday. I was like, all right, let me get this video done. I wanted to test out some games, and I got the footage and I put it together, and I would have released it today, but then I was like, Robert is probably gonna release another core today, so I released the video at like 1 AM last night, my local time. Take that a few hours back for like USA time, and 1 hour behind for like, you know, normal European time. So I'm glad I kind of did release it at that time, because you know, we now have a new call for the 20th. So I'm streaming next time. You know, we've got something else. So I've just spotted War Gods down there. Not a problem. Let's get that down there. Remember, guys, try and keep them in capitals, because sometimes if you guys start chatting, I'll definitely miss something in lowercase. So Not quite sure what's happening here. I don't know this game well enough to play it by sound. I think I'm jumping there. If I'm spamming that A button, I'm jumping around. So, but there's too much darkness there. Let's try the sequel there, and hopefully we'll have some joy. When it came to Pokemon Stadium 1 and Pokemon Stadium 2, Pokemon Stadium 1 didn't work, but number 2 kind of booted up, and we're getting a lot of shadow assets. So we're getting a lot of the characters and a lot of stuff in the game, and we're getting like a black outline shape, which to be honest looks pretty cool. Okay, so Banjo-Tooie, not really, not happening. Okay, this is one that someone requested again. I'm going through all requests at the moment, and that's Paper Mario. And definitely, like I said, it's one of my favorite games. I think it's just a great game. It looks great. Everything about this game, it is just style. And I think that's one thing that Nintendo kind of always just had going for itself. It just, the stuff it done was just the production value was just excellent. Not like the games my kids are playing. Like I put out a tweet earlier, so unrelated. My 7-year-old, he wanted a game. Oh, okay, Paper Mario, we're getting into this. Okay, I'll kind of conclude with that after. I want to see what happens with Paper Mario. So not hearing any sounds at the moment, but wow, guys, like we're getting into Paper Mario. Okay, the sounds there. And we're going to see that epic title screen. Is it? Wow. No way. Paper Mario. We are in. It is happening. It is happening. Video game asset. Shadowgate 64. No problem, my bro. Oh, okay. I'm also kind of starting a save file here. Not quite sure what's happening. Was it actually a Shadowgate 64? I kind of know that as a SNES game. Actually, I remember people talking about that, someone talking about it on the Discord, so it'd be good if it's there. So, actually, I remember maybe markun saying on a Discord as well that Paper Mario boots up, but then the sound goes all choppy. So this is consistent with what markun has said as well. So just going to turn that down a bit, guys, so it's not directly like in your ears or deafening you or anything. So but that's nice that we've kind of got in here. Okay, it's black screen again, so I'm going to go over to the next game, but that's nice. We got to the title screen on that. Okay, so next up is the first one of Video Game Esoterica's request, which is Superman, which I've got a little bit into the game. So where are you, Superman? Here you go. So yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed to Video Game Esoterica's channel, definitely check it out. Real good stuff on that channel. Okay, so while Superman is booting up, let me tap it down. So my kid wanted this game. It was a parking simulator, and they've been into driving, and my 9-year-old, he actually takes the steering wheel on the car only on small little side roads. So really, they're boys, they're really into driving, so they wanted to buy a parking simulator. I bought them the parking simulator 90% off from £9 to 90 pence or 89 pence. So this is the same as what we're getting last time. So Superman is here. So I bought them that parking simulator, and it is proper shovelware. It's like an asset flip, and you can get out of the car and shoot people. And I just can't believe how crap the game is. But you know what? They absolutely loved the game, man. They just loved it. Yo, HM Powered Man, how you doing, man? ISS 2000, thanks for block capitals, because that definitely stood out. And that's 2man 2009. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for calling it great content. I love how you guys have the love for like black screens, choppy sounds, stuff that's ruining your ears. You know, I'm glad I can share this with you, you know. Okay, so this is kind of what we got yesterday. Did it hang on that red thing? I can't remember. And also, when I'm talking about a shovelware game, I kind of tweeted it and Video Game Esoterica. Okay, we've gone further into game for Superman now. So I can see rings up there. Am I supposed to be flying? What am I doing? Is that my altitude bar? Okay, so chopping and changing it up a bit. Video Game Esoterica told me I shouldn't let them play the parking simulator with the shooting things. I should just put them straight on Grand Theft Auto 5. And I was like, nah, bud, they're a bit too young. I do hope he was joking. Okay, I can see Superman's head there or something. Hold on, if I go over here, Okay, let's go over here. Oh, here we go. Is that a superhead? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Well, no, it's a black lump of doo-doo flying on the 64. Now, I am very curious about this game because I think this has just become a troll game where people are like, oh, you know, you've got to play it. It's so bad, it's almost good. But seeing Superman's shadow dance there, it looks like someone's put some kryptonite laced ants down his pants, and he's just he's trying to get rid of them. And is that super gone, or I got no idea? But guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. We're literally here watching Superman dance like he's got kryptonite coated ants in his pants, and now it's just going to I don't even know what we're looking at here, so no idea. But we can get into Superman. And okay, right, let's have a look at the chat. The kryptonite fog is definitely working, dude. Do you know, has anyone ever seen that movie? Is it Clerks, where they're talking about Superman and the only lady he'd actually be able to have like intercourse with is Wonder Woman, because that uterus is the only one that can handle the super jizz, and the only way he can you know, get jiggy with a normal woman like Lois Lane is by using a kryptonite condom, but that will actually kill him. So really good movie if you've not seen it. But Superman, we're kind of in there. Going back on topic on the 64. Right, this stream my kids aren't going to be able to watch now because I've lowered the tone myself. Right, Pokemon Puzzle League. This is another video game esoterica one, so let's check this out. Pokemon Puzzle League. Here we go, Pokemon Puzzle League. So nice on Superman. Between, okay, so in the last week where there's been like 2 videos, 4 live streams, so 6 kind of different tests of cores. Superman kind of crashed near the beginning, then we saw the Titus logo, then it went to the title screen, and now it's kind of gone into game. So Pokemon Puzzle League, okay, thanks for this recommendation, VGE. Here we go. Look at that, Pikachu's just looking so cool, man. And who's that? Was that? Here we go, it was Ash. Wow. Pokemon Snap, no worries, we can add that to the list. So what's 2600? Is that a game? Because I can only think of 200. Oh, okay, the 2600, right, got you, the 2600 Superman. I remember Spider-Man on there. I really like Spider-Man on the Atari 2600. I mean, when I go back to it, it's kind of crap now. A lot of the Atari 2600 stuff hasn't aged that well. I think Robert is working on the Z buffer. I don't really know what that stuff is. I just eavesdrop on the Discord, and I think that's something he is going to be working on next. So let's press start and do something here. So yeah, on the 2600, there's some games like Combat has aged well. River Raid has aged well. Okay, so okay, well, I need to pay attention here now. Wow, kind of prefer the testing when I weren't playing games. Now I'm gonna have to embarrass myself by playing this puzzle game badly. Let's just do it and let's hope for the best. Okay, so it's nice to see this is working really well. Yeah, it works really well, VG, and thanks for that recommendation. You've actually contributed to some actual decent visuals appearing on this stream rather than just the black screens. But have we kind of reached our limit now? Do I need to press start here? I'm moving it down and I'm mashing it Gangnam style all over. Oh, hold on. Maybe I've gone back now. Okay. Oh, okay. Is this the actual game then? Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. Right, okay, I'm kind of going back and forth the menus here. Let me just keep going different bits in the menu. And now the Pokemon Professor has got 2 black rectangles behind him. I'm gonna go back out. Down 1 more. Oh, down, that was down 2 more. Let's have a look. Let's see if it does get us into anything. Okay, thank you HM Powered Man for the explanation of Z buffer. So in case anyone's not reading chat, Z buffer determines the order things render so stuff doesn't appear in front of other things when it shouldn't. Thank you very much for that. Right, okay, let's go something else, because we're not really getting much with this, but it's nice that we got the intro. It's nice that we got something. Right, okay, Rayman 2. Rayman 2 was one. Again, never was a big fan of the Rayman games, apart from when it came out in the Vita and I played it. I thought it was really, really good. I think Rayman 2 was the 3D one, if I remember correctly. Kind of preferred the side-scroller if I had to play a Rayman. I don't know, side-scrolling 2D platforms I like. Mind you, I do find 2D platformers kind of difficult now, man. They kind of make me uneasy when I think I'm gonna fall, you know, like certain parts of my body start feeling tight when I think I'm gonna fall. And I think that's just the effect you have on platforming games where you think you're gonna fall. So, oh sorry, press start without saving. Yep, okay. Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Okay, I think we may go further in this game now. It is a Ubi or Ubisoft as some call it. Okay, yeah, I honestly is Yampa. I don't know enough about Pokemon, man. I can't even remember when I played the last Pokemon in my which was on the 3DS. I had to have like a sheet of all the different types because it was more than just a few types. You've got like Fairy, Dark, Steel, all these different types in it, so I had to keep like a little chart there that tells you what one beats which one. The new Pokemon games though, it's really good because once you first initially fight a Pokemon, when you then go to fight the same Pokemon again, it tells you if something's going to be super effective or like not effective against it, which I think is a good quality of life feature for someone like me that can't remember everything. Goes different for a friend of mine. In fact, I've got an interesting Pokemon story that I can get into. It's hilarious. It's actually really, really funny. Against a friend of mine that's proper into Pokemon, played every single one, absolutely loves them, and how I kind of trolled him one day and what happened with that story on the troll. So if we can get that story in, I'll try and get that story in. But if I can't, maybe we'll save it for another day or something, you know. All right, what was next? Next was Fighter's Destiny. And is this destined to work? I certainly hope so. So we've got Fighter's Destiny 1 and 2. I kind of like doing both parts if that happens. So the last of Gen 5. So I can't even keep up with the gens. I don't even know. 3DO. I really hope the 3DO does come to the MiSTer. I know you're a big fan. I had the 3DO. I sold my Neo Geo to get it, which was a big regret, but I kind of liked playing Super Turbo on it at the time. Okay, we're looking good with Fighter's Destiny. At least that's kind of booting up. That's actually very, very decent. And I hate it when I speak too soon. Oh. Okay, we're fighting, guys. So this was that kind of 3D thing, not quite Virtua Fighter, not quite Street Fighter. I guess it was somewhere in between, but I'm slamming stuff down. I don't even know if I'm playing with that's okay. I think that was a demo. I pressed the start button and maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, am I picking characters here or oh, I'm picking characters. Okay, and it's on the D-pad, so the analog stick isn't working here. But if I'm moving the D-pad, I'm picking different characters. So I'm gonna go for a character I can see the most of. So definitely not this guy. Maybe, oh, maybe one of these guys. This guy or that guy. Okay, let's go with that one because that's the one I can see the most of. If I'm being completely honest.
It's time to fight.
Oh, do you know what? Okay, it's a shame. I would like to check it out. You know, I feel as I grew older, I got a better understanding of fighting games, you know, and different ones. But guys, while you watch this, I don't know what to call this, kind of shadow fighting, let me tell you that Pokemon story. I'm going to try and condense it down and tell it quickly. So ages ago when I had the DS, I wasn't too interested in Pokemon. I had Pokemon on there. I went to a friend's house to play Street Fighter. His younger brother was heavily into Pokemon, and he also had the Flash Cart. When he had the Flash Cart, he had all these cheap Pokemon on there, including like event Pokemons and everything. So I gave him my DS with my Flash Cart, and I said, yeah, give me like all the rare Pokemon, give me everything. So then what happened was I brought those home, and you could take like a Flash Cart online in the early days on the normal NDS. So I went online, I played one of my friends at Pokemon, and he was really good at Pokemon, and he knew I never really played it. And I said, don't worry, I'll challenge you. We done like a level 50 cap match, and I just battered him. I completely battered him, and then he had a big go at me. He said to me, you know what, you're cheating, I know you don't play Pokemon, whatever you got there, you've done some kind of cheat, and that's how you beat me. And he was quite a little bit upset, not too upset. One thing I noticed about the DS as well, it actually had voice chat, so I didn't actually know, because I was laughing, speaking to my brother-in-law at the time, telling him that I'm trolling my mate. I don't think my mate heard all of it, but that's when I realized that, wow, the DS, you can play Pokemon online and talk to one another. Guys, I'll test something as soon as I finish the story. So my mate was really upset because I battered him, and he was a Pokemon veteran, and I'm someone that never really played Pokemon. And then after he'd give me the big long lecture, I said to him, look, I don't really play Pokemon, I'm not interested in these Pokemon, would you like me to give them to you via a trade? And he said, yeah, he'll take them. So I guess the funny thing was, after he gave me a lecture of what a cheater I was, and basically I was a scumbag for using this stuff, when I offered him those Pokemon, he took them. Anyway, let's try the next game. Fighting in darkness is quite a bit enough. Right, so the next game is a game called War Gods. Let's now check that out. Go all the way to the bottom. And it should be here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, okay. Was that a Japanese only game or something? Am I missing something? Have I got my alphabet wrong? Let's go to a different folder and see if that's... maybe I don't have that game. I know it got requested before. It's definitely not in... Okay, we've done the USA ones. Or maybe we check here. This folder's exactly the same, so... No, sorry about that. So War Gods is a no, I don't have it. I'm really sorry. Okay, like Rayman the Fighter, cool. Okay, so next was Shadowgate 64. Now, I don't remember seeing that. I know Shadowgate was great. One of my friends just absolutely loved that game and always kind of mentioned it to me. And I don't know if anyone played it, but there was a little bit of there was a time in my life where I played a lot of mobile games. I kind of got away from normal gaming for a little bit of time, and I played these games, Shadowgate, I think, on there was two of them on Android, and they were actually really good games, turn-based strategy games, but with a very good story. HM powered, man. Vigilante 8, no problem, that's on the list. Okay, so this one's Shadowgate 64, not working. We can give it a reset though, just for good measure, to see if it works. And ISS 2000. I'm glad someone picked up. Yo, Fuzzy Bane, sorry, Fuzzy Bane. How you doing, buddy? Right. So next was ISS, and hopefully, is it International Superstar Soccer or just ISS? Oh, here we go. It's International Superstar Soccer. There's a few different versions, so we'll go from the top of the list down to the bottom like we usually do. International Superstar Soccer. So this was a decent football game, but then Pro Evo kind of evolved out of this, and then Konami were really smart, because they did in the UK over here, at least, they had Pro Evo, which was the hardcore one, and then 6 months later, before the next Pro Evo, they used to release ISS, and a lot of people used to buy that thinking it was the new Pro Evo, but it wasn't, and they were absolutely gutted by it. Now, ISS, from what I remember, was more of an arcade experience. Pro Evolution Soccer was more of a simulation. But yeah, Fuzzy, sorry, you know what, I just clocked, because I see us Fuzzy on the Discord, and I saw Fuzzy Bane. Fuzzy is the guy that taught me about mashing, man. He is the reason many games worked, man. And if he didn't tell me, there's a lot of games. I mean, I did a video with Mario Kart saying it didn't work for me. After I did the video, Fuzzy told me you need to mash the start button. But here we are. ISS is kind of looking good. Just saw that 1-0 flash up the International Superstar Soccer Night 98. Feel this. I am feeling this. And that is just a football mashed up in other bits. And let's press start and see if we can start a game of, as some people like to call it, Britball. Again, on the subject of football, I know women's football's been very big here on the news, mainly because England have a good female football team, and they actually perform better than the male team, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I don't follow football so much anymore. And they got to the final, unfortunately. Sorry, close your ears if you don't want to hear a spoiler, but they lost to Spain today. So yeah, football's been around, man. I kind of wanted them to win, because they were talking about doing a bank holiday if they won, and a bank holiday just means days off or extra money, or both sometimes for me. So bank holidays are always welcome. When Sausage Fingers got crowned king, Prince Charles to King Charles, we got an extra bank holiday. I mean, it doesn't make up for everything that's gone up and how much it's gone up, but hey, I'll always take extra bank holidays. Right, so Pokemon Snap was next on the list. We can do Star Wars pod racing, no problem. That's written down. Okay, so Pokemon Snap. So we've done a few of the Pokemon games, and that Pokemon puzzle one, that just, it looked wicked the way it kind of started up. So Pokemon Snap, which was, did that have like a camera attachment or something? Did I mispronounce soccer? Oh, you mean by calling it football? Hey, buddy, you know what? That's one thing, right? Okay, I know you guys in America call it football, but soccer, what we have over here, you actually play it more with your foot. You can use your head, but your foot. But you guys, football, you kind of use your hands a bit. I get it, that's what you call it, and that's your thing. But I've never understood it from an objective point of view. You know, football makes more sense. Soccer makes more sense being called football than, as we call it, American football. So guys, that's Pokemon Snap. Not quite working. Next up, we have got Vigilante 8. Now, this is a game I really liked. I played it on the PlayStation. And I remember when I first got it, I really liked the game. We had like Twisted Metal as well, but they were both good. But I remember, I don't know what it was about Vigilante 8. Maybe because I played it multiplayer, I really did like the game. Okay, you know what, Fuzzy, we're gonna go back to Pokemon Snap and we are gonna mash that A. We're gonna mash A. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, so Vigilante 8, we're gonna go back to Vigilante 8 the second offense, but let's go back to Pokemon Snap. And because, you know, Fuzzy knows about mashing, so if he says mash it, I am gonna mash it. All right, I'm gonna mash A and I'm gonna mash star. Yo, Cyber Akuma in the house. Welcome, bud. Hendig. Okay, okay, that's quite funny. Hand egg. Sorry. I'm trying to read here, man. I wore my more snazzy looking varifocals. They're a bit smaller though. I prefer the other ones. They're a bit bigger. So when I'm going between close and far, it's kind of good, but I like the term hand egg. I've not heard that before, but yeah, definitely video game esoterica, you're very good at getting reactions now. Sorry, Mace is in capitals. Is that a game? Because if so, we're going to write it. Fuzzy, bad news, buddy. I mashed it. I mashed just the way you taught me the secret mashing techniques, and it didn't happen. Oh, was it on Buck Bumble? Okay, let me write down Buck Bumble as well. Wow, we've done a post-it, and I wrote really small on the post-it because I wasn't doing it in a rush. I was doing it before the stream. So let's do Vigilante 8 second offense, and we will get around to Buck Bumble. Okay, Vigilante, I don't expect it to work, but hey, I don't expect a lot of stuff to work, and then it works. So we'll try Donkey Kong 64, but from what I remember, Donkey Kong 64, it requires the expansion pack, which Discord doesn't support at the moment. At least I don't think so. But hey, man, we'll try it anyway. So we've got a few more. So next up, we've got Star Wars Pod Racing, Mace, Buck Bumble, and Donkey Kong 64. So I was feeling like a little bit tired before the stream, but once I start streaming, I kind of feel all right, man. It's quite fun just chatting and just hanging out with you guys. You know, it's just weird. The internet makes you find people that like weird and random shit just like you. You know, I remember when so the first time I had interactions with gaming with like-minded people, not kind of counting maybe Xbox Live, but I remember SureYouCan.com, and it's a shame that forums have died, you know, because there were, oh, here we go, Mace, the Dark Age. Nice, I hope this works. So SureYouCan.com, playing like Street Fighter and playing Street Fighter online and offline. When I got into like competitive Street Fighter, that was just really great to me. Like a lot of people that just like Street Fighter, man, it was amazing. Like absolutely amazing. And that's one of the, I mean, I love the internet as much as I hate the internet. I hate how a lot of retails died and how a lot of businesses have gone out because of, oh wow, okay, it's kind of loaded into here. I like it as much as I hate it, but it was definitely nice to meet people. I remember at one point, anytime I went to a different country, when I went to Italy, when I went to Holland when I was younger, I'd post on the forums and I'd go and meet the Street Fighter guys out there, like a local crowd. We'd go out for a meal, we'd eat something, then I'd go around one of their houses, we'd play Street Fighter, like absolutely awesome stuff. Okay, are we kind of in the game now? Cool. Okay, nice one, Fuzzy Bane. And if I recall correctly, Mace was a 3D fighter on the N64. Okay, so I thought, you see, Cyber, Mace, the way the title sounds, I thought it was like maybe a dungeon crawling RPG. You know, like the old ones, like the first person kind of perspective ones. Let's give it a reset and see if something happens. But I definitely didn't think of it as a beat 'em up or a fighter of any kind. But it's just so nice that like I would not be surprised again if we get another call tomorrow. I'll have to debate whether I want to stream or not. There's a few videos I want to make. There's a video I want to make, but I'm filming mainly for that. Video Game Esoterica will probably know, or I'll have a hint that I'm working on it. But recently, right, let's put on the next game. Right, so what was after Mace? So after Mace, we've got Buck Bumble. Okay, this is where I have to mash. Okay, Flying Dragon, no problem. We can write that down. Yeah, so track 17 and Darren O, they're going to be working on the NMK 16 system. So I wanted to put together a video showing all the games in there, all the possibilities. But there's a lot of games on the system, and I think I'm about 60-70% of the way through of just filming all the games via RetroArch, and then I can kind of put them in a good video, because those kind of videos do well, and it's nice to do videos of different systems and what games they have, and especially if they're going to be coming out for the MiSTer. It's possible maybe not all the games will come out, or they'll come out over a long period of time. But you know, it's nice to kind of do that. No, sorry, Video Game Esoterica, you may know that you may have hinted, based on some of the information that we share, that I may be working on a NMK16 video. So NMK16 video, just through kind of sources and things that we share. So I thought you might have picked up on that. So I'm going to be working on an NMK16 video at some point. But there's just a lot of footage to capture. There's quite a lot of games on that system, but that's something Track 17 and Darren are going to be working on, and it's a video I've wanted to kind of do. So I was capturing footage for it for quite some time. I'm trying to kind of gear it up, but it was just taking a long time to get it done. So yeah, I need to get that done. And Pika, how you doing, man? Hello, hope you're well. The compatibility rate, well, it's better than before, but a lot of stuff is still crashing. So maybe I didn't mash hard enough on this because I was talking. So let's mash on Buck Bumble. Oh, okay. Did that not even reset? Okay, here we go. Right, I'm going to press start and A, because Fuzzy said, yeah, I know, I've got it. Oh, here we go. All right, I didn't mash straight away. Okay, so Buck Bumble. What is Buck Bumble? I'm still mashing. No, it's kind of crashed for me, man. Maybe I'm just not mashing good enough. Okay, so HM Powerman for the N64 core, and for a lot of stuff I use the 8-bit though 2.4 gigahertz ultimate USB-C controller. I really do. I like it a lot. It's a bit light. It doesn't feel premium, but it doesn't feel cheap or anything at the same time either. No, that's not. Fuzzy, it's not. Yeah, it's not working for me, man. And dude, I'm mashing like there is no tomorrow. But I'm gonna try it again. Sorry, because I'm mashing that A button. I keep pressing B over here. I'll only mash A. Okay, I'm only gonna mash A now. No start. Okay, mashing A. Let's see if it happens. Wow, Fuzzy knows stuff, man. Okay, I was only mashing A there, and it's kind of gets into game, and then it kind of crashes anyway. But we've spent. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. We've gone over that a bit now though. So even though Donkey Kong 64 isn't going to work, it was requested in here, so we'll go and we'll entertain it and just see that thing where it says, hey man, you need the expansion pack. Guys, get some more block capitals going down for me. There's only Flying Dragon left now. I mean, even if you don't pick stuff, I've got like ROM hacks and there's stuff that I can do as well anyway. Oh, okay, cool, nice one, Fuzzy Ben. Sorry, I thought maybe we could get into a little bit of the game, so I mashed up until where it was kind of necessary. So awesome. Here we go. So Cyber Akuma, that's what we're getting with the expansion pack, and hopefully, you know, Robert's working at an alarmingly fast rate, like crazy fast. So you just never know. We might get support for that soon. And honestly, I know, what did Robert say initially for this call? Was it a year or 2 years before he thinks it'll be ready? But honestly, like, it really feels like it's gonna be like sooner rather than later, because just like if we were to put the amount of progress he's making into like one of those, you know, when you have those meetings and it's like here's an analysis, this is our growth, yada yada yada. If you were to put the progress he's making into into a bar graph, or you know, just some kind of graph, you're gonna see the trajectory is just, it's just going up and up. So just based on that, just based on the science behind it, it looks like Robert will be done a lot sooner than he estimated. But Robert seems he is working too fast, VGE. So do you know what, here's the thing, here's one of the things I really do like about Robert, and it's not just Robert, it's other developers as well. Martin Donlon's kind of done the same thing as well on a few occasions, where they'll undersell themselves, and they'll be like, okay, you know what, it'll be, we think it will take this amount of time, and they'll get it done quicker, you know. And it's just, maybe they're giving themselves the worst case scenario of what they think it will be. So be ready for the worst, but hope for the best. Now, I haven't got any proof or anything behind this. This is just me basing it on my experience. So what was this? Was this Flying Dragon? This was Flying Dragon. Almost reminds me of like a Chinese takeaway, you know, like it would be called Flying Dragon. Also, video game esoterica, man, don't burn the chicken, because then, you know, your wife might free hit combo you, man. Right, so we haven't got anything. Remember, guys, get them in block capitals. In the meantime, let's while I haven't got anything from you guys here, let's now go to I'm trying to go to the ROM hacks folder, and let's try Celestial 64, because I covered a Celeste hack for the SNES recently on the channel, and someone pointed out to me that there's actually one out for the 64. Now, I'm not big on 64 hacks. It's always like 8 and 16-bit that I do. But here you go. That's the beginning of Celeste. Celeste is a popular game. It's a good game, but I do find it quite difficult. Okay. Yeah, do you know what? I want to write, because you've wrote Mario Kart in there, even though it's not been requested. We're gonna do. I guess it's kind of become custom to do at least a lap on Mario Kart, if not a full race. Awesome. Do you know what? I feel like I wasn't around for when the PlayStation 1 core was around. I've only had my MiSTer for, I think, over a year now. Okay, that crashing sound is quite decent. Okay, so this ROM hack doesn't work. So I wasn't here when the PlayStation stuff was being tested, but I've had so much fun with the N64 one. You know, years from now, when people say, you know, there's an N64 core for the MiSTer, yeah, I can say, you know what, I was around when it was being tested. I can't say I contributed a lot, but I was around there testing stuff out. I was streaming, and it's just a lot of fun. Now, Dinosaur Planet, I remember you, Cyber Akuma, saying that's the only game that you said was kind of missing out of the pack. So I did actually get it. So there's two versions of it, enhanced and just like, I guess, the vanilla, the prototype version. So let's go enhanced first and see if that comes on. Yo, VG, nice one, man. Talk soon, buddy. Have a good evening. Yeah, evening-ish now. And yeah, enjoy your meal with the missus, man. I saw in the Discord that you're making chicken, yeah. But my phone's kind of locked itself now, and I can't be bothered looking at that, looking at chat there, looking at the stream, and then looking at Discord as well. It might just be overload for me. Okay, yeah, we'll go at the hacks folder. We'll do, guys, like, name me some games. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, if you want anything tested, you know, let me know what your favorite okay, so that needs the expansion pack, so that's not going to work. I'm going to go out of the ROM hacks folder. Let's just go in the Japanese folder until someone kind of comes. Let's go custom Robo V2. Why not? Just a random game out there. Ooh. Yep. Oh, yeah, Jet Force Gemini. Yep, we can do that. We're gonna do Mario Kart next, just to see what improvement there is here. Okay, so this is custom Robo V2. Was okay. Okay, that's kind of crashed. So let's go back out. Oh, yep, rice cake, mischief makers. Okay. Okay, we're gonna. Well, I haven't tried Robotron on this version, but I did try it yesterday, and I got to like the beginning of level 4, I think. So it'd be nice if it doesn't crash. That a Japanese game, Sumi no Bash. Yeah. Okay, let's write that down. Sumi no Bashi. Okay, Dinosaur Planet needs, yeah, yeah, it does. It needs expansion, but you know what? Do you know what was okay, we'll go back to that. So what's next? Okay, so let's quickly do a customary Mario Kart one because we haven't done that yet. And let's see what it kind of looks like. I know no one requested it, but they did mention it in chat, and that's good enough for me to get Mario Kart 64 going. Okay, cool, Fuzzy Bane. We'll try it anyway. We'll see where our random crashes, Fuzzy, because the crash sometimes happens earlier on, sometimes it happens later on. But let's see where it goes. But it's a really good game, and I do intend to play it when the N64 core releases. I might mess about with it on the Steam Deck. I need to do that on the Steam Deck. I've got my friend's Steam Deck here. Do you remember I said I went to a restaurant which I got invited to from a subscriber of the channel? The guy's really nice, man, and I've actually got his Steam Deck here. I just kind of helped him out with emulation decks, so I've got to go and drop that to him during the week, man. Really cool guy, man. But maybe on my own Steam Deck, I should actually play. I should play some stuff on there. Yeah, I need to play, and maybe I'll play some Robotron 64, different versions of Robotron. Robotron's just a good game. Now, whenever the Mushroom Cup works for me, whenever I go to the other cup, it lets me pick the special cup. It just kind of crashes. So, but here we go. Do you know what, guys? Like I've played so much Mario Kart recently like this. I can't actually imagine playing it with graphics. I actually forgot to do my super start, man, which is just after the second kind of light goes, or that sound goes, right at the end of it or near the end of it, you press it and bang, you're good to go. You're gonna get that turbo start, and that's the main one that I remember. I can't. All the other ones I base it off that. I kind of remembered how to do it on the Switch, but I've forgotten now because that's not embedded in me for years and years of playing. I've even forgotten the SNES one. When I actually play Mario Kart on the SNES, I forget like the way you kind of use the skid in that. The skid you use to kind of just cut your angle, and then you kind of let go when you're doing the skidding, which is different to the other ones. I really do like it on the 64 version. In fact, even the Switch version, the skidding I feel is really good. But there's a few games that really do work the skid well, and I think Ridge Racer. The Ridge Racer games, the skid works amazingly well. I mean, that's a game you can complete without touching the brake once. You know, you just skid your way around everywhere. And then there's the modern Outrun games. Don't get me wrong, I like the original Outrun games, but wow, like the Outrun 2006 or Outrun 2 2006 Coast to Coast, man, what an amazing game. I play it on my Steam Deck quite a bit. It just proper reminds me of an arcade game. I know we were talking about the cruising game on the Switch, which I do like. I feel like it's a good arcade game, but I think that Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast has to be my favourite, man. I do like the Burnout games as well, but I haven't played them for I haven't played a decent one for quite some years. I really hope they make a on rails one. I didn't like Paradise because it was too open. The stage was just. It was just way too open. Okay, Mario Kart's looking good. I'm just going to go for a reset and let it kind of run through the cycles. I'm just going to try and catch up with chat and see if there's any other games that have been mentioned in there that we can get going. But Mario Kart's looking good. Very good.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Hey Ori, how you doing? We haven't tried Zelda, but we can try it. No problem. we'll try both of them for you, because we kind of got into the title screen for Majora's Mask, so that was cool. Is it Sumino? I think, yeah, I've got Sumino no Batsu. To be honest, I shorthand it, so I just write the beginning and I find it. So we're good with that. Mr. J25, all good. So what is next on our thing? Okay, so next up is Jet Force Gemini, guys. So remember TV adverts for this game? I do remember this game. Never played it on the Nintendo 64. At least I don't remember playing it. Jet Force Gemini. Do you remember? I remember like around the time of the Nintendo 64. It was the days kind of before the internet did come out. I remember the internet kind of coming out around the Dreamcast era, so a generation after this, and it was kind of good because whenever your friend had a game, it was almost like you had that game. You would play it around there. You were younger, you were kind of going around, not married, no responsibility. It was good times, man, good times. You know, like whatever game, if your friend got a game, you know you were gonna clock that game, and your homies are the guys you hung around with a lot, man. Dr. Mario, yeah, it has shown some stuff. I'm gonna write it down, but I wonder if it does show more. So Jet Force Gemini done. We're not getting much joy with that. Next up, we've got Mischief Makers. So yeah, Zelda will come a little bit down the line. So as we got now, we've got Mischief Makers, Robotron 64. We've got that Tsunami no Batsu, Zelda, Ocarina, and Majora's Mask, and Dr. Mario. That's the order that we're going in. So let's go Mischief Makers. Here we go, Mischief Makers. That always rings a bell. Hopefully it'll run one day. Maybe I'm just gonna not look at that game until it runs on here sometime, because I remember hearing of the game. Maybe I even played the game. I just can't remember it now. I can't picture it in my head. Yeah, Nintendo Power was it was a good magazine, man. This is we had the UK version of it as well, unless it was an imported one that we used to see around. But a guy that I saw yesterday from that Tayyip's restaurant, man, we were talking about, like, he was talking about when he was young and he worked in the restaurant. Right, sorry, that's Mischief Makers. Let me give it a reset. That's not happening. We were talking about, you know, when we were young, we were playing Game Boys and doing stuff, and he was talking about he used to work like in his parents' restaurant, and when customers came in, he used to pause the Game Boy. He was playing like Link's Awakening. He used to pause it, put it under the counter, serve the customer, and go back to the gaming. And everyone, you know, if you worked at a young age in a family business or anything like that, you went through those phases where, you know, you had your Game Boy. The Game Boy was just wicked. Right, Robotron is next. Okay, what's next? Shake through the fire. Okay, what's this? Dreamcast and internet. Right, okay, I'm gonna read that after. Right, let's go to what's next. Robotron. You know what? Robotron is just wicked. Here we go. Robotron 64. Now I can have a look at chat while that loads up. Yeah, Dreamcast was awesome when it was online first, man. It was wicked. 56k, and you were getting, like, I remember much latency or lag in the games. Okay, you know what? Spocker Viril. Okay, hopefully I said that right. Mischief Makers will grab you by the gonads in the air and throw you around the stages. Okay, I feel like I definitely need to check it, but I need to hold out. I need to hold out until there is an FPGA release of it. Once this core develops, that's one of the games I'll check out there. Just because the mystery will be kind of nice, you know. Oh man, yeah, clocking. That was the word. And then, you know what? Clocking is what everyone used to go. I clocked it. I clocked that game. I clocked that game. Ori, that's an excellent term that you use, and absolutely love it. Okay, Fuzzy. It even crashed quicker than last time. So that is Robotron. You know what? I want to play it, so I want to give it a little bit of a reset. So I found that later, clocking the game was kind of clocking the highest score and getting it to the highest level. That was the correct use for it. But once we finished the game, now, like, so I'm like 45 years of age, so if you're around the similar age of me, you could give or take, add a few years, take away a few years. When we clocked games, it was all about looking at the ending screen. The ending screen, when it had some good graphics, or it had like a little bit of what I guess could be considered somewhat an FMV, when you had that there, that was a sight just to be seen. It was like, yeah, I finished that game, I clocked it. Okay, so that's crashing quick. So that's Robotron. I even remember doing Tetris on 9.5 and seeing the guys playing those instruments, and honestly, it was it was amazing. Having a look at ending screens for games, like, it was one of the greatest pleasures at that time, you know, especially the pre-puberty times where girls weren't in the scene, you know. Right, so that Sumi no Batsu, I imagine that's a Japanese game. It's not going to be here. TS. No, okay, so let's go to the Japanese folder. It just sounds Japanese. So origin. Here we go. Okay. Once this call comes out, I'll tidy up my folders and put it on there. I did find the Smoke Monster packs, but there wasn't actually a torrent for it, and I had to get them directly from the archive.org, and it just takes ages on that, man. So I just stayed away from that. Sorry, bud, I haven't got that Sumi no Batsu game. So next up, we are going to be doing some Zelda. Okay, so the 2600, I don't remember much endings in the game. You just kind of, from what I remember on the games I played on there, I don't remember ever finishing a game on there. I just remember the game just lasting forever and just repeating, or maybe getting a little bit faster. But the 2600 was a great console, man. I absolutely loved it. Like, if I was to play games on there, I would definitely get like a big nostalgia kick from that. I've not played one for a long time. I found one in the Sunday market. It was reasonably cheap, but I don't have a CRT, and then, you know, it had the sticks, had everything with it. It was quite cheap, but I refrained from getting it because I don't know if it's going to be working. I don't know what I'm going to have to do with it, and I don't like. And it was a PAL one. It was a UK one. So obviously there wasn't anything like SCART. You had to run it through the aerial port, the RF port. So yeah, I kind of refrained from it. But they had the nice one. They had like a wooden kind of look one, and then they had the plastic one. Not sure if there was any difference internally, but externally the wooden one kind of looked nice, I have to say. But I didn't even mind. The plastic one looked good as well. Let's do Zelda Majorca's Mask, because that kind of booted up for us yesterday, and hopefully it will today as well. Yeah, that sounds about right. You know, 85 to 91. Yeah, I clocked it. Oh, my brother clocked that game. Do you know what's really cool? You know, when, like, I'm the eldest sibling, so you know, I've got like a younger sister and two younger brothers. So I was the one getting the stuff, and my brothers were the ones enjoying it. But then I had friends that had older brothers that worked. And, you know, when they had like their NESs, they were buying all the new games. They were buying everything for it. And I had like one of my close friends. He had like two older brothers. He was like the young one. His mother remarried, and he was the only kid from the current partner. But obviously he had two older brothers and an older sister. And they always bought him stuff, man. And he had a lot of stuff. Carlos, definitely let's do some Mortal Kombat, because we done some Shadow Mortal Kombat. So we can try them. I know 4 kind of works. Mortal Kombat Trilogy didn't work, and okay, so this is we got a little bit further yesterday, to be honest. Let's give that a reset. Yeah, Mortal Kombat Mythology, sorry, and Trilogy didn't work, but Mortal Kombat 4 worked. So let's see. So okay, I'm pressing stuff here and it's crashing. Maybe I just need to not press anything. We kind of got to the start of the game, got to some shadow shapes, and then it just kind of went. Then oh, I still haven't got Bangai-O. I need to look for that, man. I kind of forget after the stream, because rather than looking for individual games, I am looking for, right, okay, so not getting much joy with either of the Zeldas. So Dr. Mario's next. So I need to look for Bangai-O individually, because I'm kind of looking for ROM sets, and I'm looking to get them quickly rather than sit there doing them one by one. That's the kind of, hopefully my boss is not watching the stream, but mind you, even if he is, he's pretty cool. I was actually speaking to him earlier, even though I was on annual leave. Good guy. But it's the kind of stuff I like doing at work. If I'm doing like a big process of, you know, sometimes you do stuff like, let's say you want to, if I want to hack, like one day I sat at work and I ran patches on all the Castlevania hacks that I wanted to play, and there was around 30 of them that I wanted to kind of test out, and I kind of done it at work. You know, the whole process might have taken me about an hour, but it's just nice to do it at work while I'm doing my work, I suppose. Okay, let's see the pills pop out. So here we are, Dr. Mario. Okay, we've been streaming for an hour already, guys. I don't understand it. Time goes so fast when we're doing these streams, man. It just goes really quickly. Right, are we going to see? Oh, here we go. Yep, it's exactly the same, isn't it? We just got the pills. Okay, so interesting. You can't play this on the analog stick. You have to play this on the D-pad. I can only move the pills with the D-pad and not the analog stick. That's quite interesting to know. I think as well, as far as consoles go, the first time I held an analog stick was on the Nintendo 64. I don't think anything before that was something I held. I ever held an analog stick. Right. Okay. So that's Dr. Mario. Next up, we've got the Mortal Kombat games again. So let's get some Mortal Kombat again. Yeah. So yeah, Dr. 64. I'm sure it will come along. So let's go. Okay. So Mortal Kombat always the first one on the list, and that's actually the one that works. I wonder what Trilogy's like. So I imagine that's the first 3 games. I never saw. I never saw anyone with a car. I'm not sure even if I saw it when I had a game shop. Maybe it was a little bit rarish. I'm not quite sure. No. So the Atari Cyber Akuma, the Atari 2600, it had that. I always played it with a stick. And this is one thing which was really funny, because when I played on the Atari 2600 and then you went onto the Commodore 64, the Atari 800, not in that particular order, but we tried the Amiga, the joystick, you held it, the Atari one, with your right hand, and the button was with your left thumb. It had one button, and that's how you kind of learned to play. So when I started getting to the arcades, okay, Mortal Kombat did kind of work. What's going on with this? Ah, okay, it is working. We'll get into the game hopefully shortly. So when I went to the arcades, it was weird because the arcade sticks were with your left hand and the buttons were with the right, so you kind of had to learn to play with your left hand. Whereas, you know, when you were playing on home computers on arcade sticks, some arcade sticks came out after it had a fire button on each side, but the Atari one, the fire button was on the left hand side. It was on the left corner, the stick was on the right, but the stick was digital. It was not an analog stick. If there was an analog stick, it's not something that I ever saw. I mean, the only thing that could be analog were maybe the games with the paddles, but I never played that stuff on the Atari. I only ever, sorry, I'm trying to get Mortal Kombat 4 going while I do this because I'm pretty sure it worked. Hopefully we're picking stuff and we're going to do a game. So yeah, there was consoles with paddles. The Binatron was one of them. Oh, here we go. So my father was never a gamer, but you know, back when I was like a kid, like maybe 4 or 5, he bought a Binatron. So I'm trying to do moves here, because sometimes if you get to the next stage, you can see some of the background, and you can see your shapes. I'm just kind of spamming moves over here, and hopefully I'll get a win. Oh, looks like I'm in the lead, guys. I'm blind playing Mortal Kombat. Oh, okay. Okay, wow, that was actually close. Okay, cool. HM Powered Man. So it was good on the PlayStation 1. Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Mortal Kombat, but I was always more of a Street Fighter guy, and I think most of my friends were as well. Like when I play Mortal Kombat now, even when I play Mortal Kombat now, it doesn't feel natural for me to have a block button. And don't get me wrong, I can use the block button naturally on Soul Calibur. That's not an issue. It's just Mortal Kombat. It never, I don't know, being too much of a Street Fighter guy, I've never liked the block button. I've tried to get into Injustice actually, but no one ever plays that online. So but that kind of looked alright. I think I could play that, mainly. Okay, I think I lost that one. Yeah, I did lose that one. That was actually quite close. I just want to get to the stage where we can see the background. Come on. Okay, now I'm just kind of doing flying kicks in. I think what I might be pressing might be hard kick. Let's try and do a special now. Oh, no, don't lose. No. Oh, okay, cool. We won that one. Hopefully the second one we can see a little bit of the background, because I remember in Mortal Kombat it was usually the second stage. So here we go. Yep, there we go. Thanks for bearing with us. There you go. You can see some Mortal Kombat stuff now. Oh, he's got his weapons out on me, man. Come on, get back on it. Here we go. Okay, lost that round there, but there you go. This is what we've got for Mortal Kombat 4 at the moment. Just the silhouettes, and I guess that's part of the background, you know, we're seeing here. He kind of done some throw move on me there, man. Yeah, Shadow Boxer is working good, JB. Oops. I like the hit effects there, like the box that comes out. So that's got to be some kind of effect. I feel like I'm going to lose this one. Oh, done a move there. Nope. The sweep in Mortal Kombat was very, very powerful. Conker's Bad Fur Day, yep, we've even got a ROM hacker, that, so we can try the uncensored version as well. Okay, so that's noted, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah, Ori, there is a modern Android Shadow Fighter as well, isn't there? I do remember seeing that at one point. Okay, so let's try Mythologies. Now, Mythologies has never worked previously, but hey, there's a first time for everything, and maybe this will load up. Okay, well, Cyberkuma, we'll try Perfect Dark. It hasn't worked for me before, but hey, man, like we're saying with this game, there's a first time for everything. So let's hit Perfect Dark at some point. Okay, so what was this? This was Mythologies. No Joy. So let's do the last one, Trilogy. I'll be interested to see like this one kind of come out. It'd be really nice if it does. Do you know what, Saraku? In regards to it being censored, I'm not quite sure. It's just like when I was looking at games, there was one there saying uncensored. So because that said uncensored, I imagined there was a version out there that was actually censored. So let's go Conkers. I feel like that if you've got a cartridge, it's worth quite a bit of money now. Am I? Okay. So let me go into a different folder. Okay, so this is the uncensored version, but this is under the ROM hacks. So let's see. Let's see. In fact, I'm just going to go onto CX's website and kind of see. Well, this is loading. I'm just on my phone. I want to see how much Conkers goes for. If I can find it quick enough. Okay, so Conkers. Oh wow! So a CEX sale, which is like a kind of exchange secondhand games place in the UK. Conker's Bad Fur Day unboxed goes for 105, and I'm trying to see. Okay, so boxed it goes for £210. So 105 just for the cartridge. Wow, how much can you sell it for to them? Okay, so you can exchange it for £78, which isn't bad. Not bad, not bad. You know, unless you want to keep it. So if you've just got a cartridge kicking about, you can exchange it for £78. If that's obviously if you don't want to collect it. Now, I was a bit disappointed that have we got Conkers anywhere else? No, I haven't got Conkers here. I could have sworn we had had more. Oh, here we go. Sorry, here's Conkers, the normal version, not the uncensored one or whatever, not a ROM hack or anything. So yeah, do you see the bootlegs on AliExpress? So if you trade in, so if you go to CEX and you want to trade in like a Game Boy Advance game or like a Nintendo 64 one, they won't buy it off you straight away. They'll kind of review it, or one of their staff, maybe at another store or someone, will actually check it to make sure that it's actually fully genuine. With the Game Boy Advance games, that's easy to tell bootlegs because you can just tell they don't fit right. Like I bought a couple because when I kind of rebought Game Boys and stuff, I had no cartridges, so I wanted to buy a few cartridges. I did end up getting a few originals, like nothing too expensive, but but I did end up getting some. But so I ordered a few. I thought, let me try them off AliExpress, and they work really, really well. The only thing is you can tell the shape's a little bit off. The mold of the cartridge, for some reason, I don't understand why. Counterfeiting's become really good. It's just not 100% right. So you can tell them apart. So next up, we've got Perfect Dark. So guys, if you want other stuff, do get them in here, and we can test those out. There we go. There's Perfect Dark. Yeah, cool. And to be honest, you know what? With the price of how much some things are, if you're a collector, I completely understand. You know, you've got 105 cart only, AliExpress, £5 for a counterfeit, where a cartridge is going to work on your system. I can understand the appeal for it. I mean, myself, I bought what did I buy? I bought Castlevania, the double pack. I bought like maybe like 2 or 3 games on there for the Game Boy Advance. And yeah, I know they're fakes. They feel fake when I put them in. But when you just look at a cart, you can't. There's nothing, at least, you know, just looking at them, there's nothing that indicates that these ones are pirate. It's only when you touch it and you actually put it inside your machine. And I guess if you were to open it, that's why when you get a lot of listings on eBay, people open up the cartridge and they've kind of got the inside showing in the pictures. So nothing's mentioned there. I'm just going to go through some random ones. And here's Pilot 64. Yeah, no, I figured that out, man. Cyber Akuma, that you meant like the biggest ROM size. I didn't think it was. I didn't think you meant like a massive cartridge that wouldn't fit in the Nintendo 64, or like it had the little part that fitted in the N64, and then the big thing was kind of around there. So, what do we load here? Pilot Wing 64, still a no. Let's go. Let's go Power Rangers. Why not Power Rangers? Yeah, do you know what? I've got an EverDrive. I bought an EverDrive for the Nintendo 64. The only thing is I don't have a Nintendo 64, and it seems like the HDMI mods are really expensive for it. So I've got it at the moment. If this core becomes something really, really good, I'll probably just end up selling it, and this is what I'll do my N64 stuff on. But I bought it recently from Crix. Arrived in less than 2 weeks, but it cost, I think it was like $200. It was quite expensive. So once it converted to pounds, it come to around £180. So it's just sitting in a bloody cupboard. Maybe it's not something I should have bought, but yes, it's all good. They kind of hold their value. So if I do decide to sell it later, I can say, okay, that's some Power Rangers fighting. I'm pressing buttons here now. Not really much is happening here.
3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know if I'm fighting or doing whatever. The Power Rangers beat 'em up that was actually surprisingly okay. Not something I got into. Powerpuff Girls, that's something that worked previously to some extent from what I remember. Oh, okay, wow, that title screen looks, sorry, that warning or that text looks legit. Remember, guys, if you want anything tested, get your requests in. Just whack it in there in block capitals, and I will be sure to test those out, provided I have them. I imagine I've got the vast majority of games. I should have the full USA ROM set, maybe with the exception of a couple of games missing. I've got some Japanese games, I don't know, some other multi-region games and whatnot. Okay, so Powerpuff Girls is a go-go. I think someone was saying on a Discord they got into game and moved the character around. Could be wrong, but maybe maybe they did. Yeah, do you know, Ori, if you've got a CRT, it's a no-brainer. If I had the CRT, then yeah, I would £30. I've got like one of my best friends. He's still got his N64. He's moved to Serbia now. Okay, Dekatara Taco. I hope I've got it, man, because you know you're my guy, man. Taco is cool. Daikatana. Thanks, Cyber Akuma. I did actually pick up on that, but awesome, thank you for that. Yeah, so my friend's moved to Serbia, but his place over here, he's still got his N64. So I said to him I might borrow it for a project, and he said, yeah, cool. So even if his dad comes to visit, I can just pop over there and grab it, and I might do that. I know it's got GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Zelda, Zelda Ocarina of Time. He's got Resident Evil 2 as well. I remember him actually getting that game around that time, so I can definitely take them, man. Yeah, I think that they're quite expensive to do, but with the HDMI mods, sorry, Cyber Akuma, but I feel like sorry, this is making me laugh. The sound effects of this Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, I feel if this core becomes, then yeah, like the MiSTer's a good replacement for original hardware, a good substitute for original hardware. I think if I didn't have the MiSTer, I'd be using emulation, and I would have had to get a CRT at some point. Just don't know where I can put it. Okay, this game that Adventure Taco asked for begins with a D. Hopefully I've got it. Please let me have it. Okay, just that sounds like someone's getting done there, man, big time. Daikatana. Is that a Japanese game? Maybe. I don't think it's. Sorry, Taco. I don't think I've got that game, bud. We're just gonna hear. We're just gonna be listening to the Powerpuff Girls getting beaten. Nah, haven't got it. Haven't got it. Okay. Okay, what's this? Gensei game 64. Yeah, man, Taco, definitely. But you know, Taco, you're a big Street Fighter guy. I hope you know, you get a PC, a laptop, something, because you really need to get onto a Fightcade, man. Yeah, you need to get onto Fightcade. There's a lot of fun to be had on Fightcade. I know you're smashing it on Street Fighter 6 at the moment, but yeah, it's Fightcade. Fightcade is super awesome. Like it's really good. And it'll be nice. It'll be nice to. I'd like to watch a game between you and the track. You know, given all the chat you have about old games, I'd like to see you two put up against each other in a random bunch of games. Based on what I've seen on a track and your gameplay, though, you're both good. So I don't know who would win on any particular game. Oh, that's actually true. You can get that retro tink, which you can just plug your old consoles into, and that will upscale it. So that's like a one-stop solution, then, isn't it? So rather than getting HDMI mod for an N64, get the retro tink X5. I think it's about 200 wicked, Taco. I do hope it happens. Make sure you hit me up on that. Yeah, when it happens, I might even, if you guys are up for it, because what I was thinking of doing one day is just doing like a Fightcade. Oh wow, we're in Tetris. Sorry, I'm talking, but we're in Tetris. Hopefully the game will just work. I like what I used to watch. I used to watch Fightcade at work. I just used to watch random games that were on there. Okay, nice. We're playing some Tetris. Has it got a hard drop? No, it doesn't have a hard drop. Unless the hard drop is with a button. No. Okay, sounds good. Wow, guys, we're playing Tetris. Can I hold? Nope. No hold. Okay. Wow, I'm getting the long blocks, man. Those long blocks are a gift. If anyone watches The Office, man, one of the episodes where Dwight is telling Jim, you don't even know how to use the long 4 block, that you don't realize what a gift that is. Like, always remember that, you know. If anyone here doesn't watch The Office, man, it is just such a great show. It is, honestly, it's like one of the best shows ever, man. I watch it a lot, especially when I do night shift and I'm coming back on public transport. I'm a bit tired. It kind of just keeps me awake, stops me from conking out. I don't usually watch things more than once, but The Office is something I'll definitely make an exception for. I can watch it again and again. Mind you, recently I've been watching Young Sheldon, and I've never watched The Big Bang Theory, and I kind of got into Young Sheldon. That was kind of alright. Guys, Tetris. I absolutely love Tetris, man. Nothing will beat the Game Boy DMG Tetris, but this Tetris is working. And if this was your favorite game on the Nintendo 64, and if this was your favorite version of Tetris, then you've got a pretty good version of the game to play, even in its current form. It plays like Tetris. It feels like Tetris. I can see some lines and some graphical issues there, but you know what? It's Tetris. I can play it. I can see it. I know what I'm doing. Awesome. I think when I tried this last time, it didn't work, but I do remember someone posting a picture over on the Discord saying that it's working for them. So it didn't work for me initially, but hey, it's working now, and yeah, that's great. Okay, let's move on to the next game, because it's Tetris. I'll end up, you know, Tetris, once you start playing here, Tetris is like the Pringles of puzzle games, you know. Once you pop, you just can't stop, right? Let's see. Have we got anything else, or was I just picking games? Let me look at chat while the blocks build up. Right, cool. Tetris, yeah. Music is solid for this, man. Pokemon Puzzle League. Pokemon Puzzle. We tried that, man. Our boy AW Bacon or VGE asked us to try it, and we can get to the intro but can't quite get into the game. So we've definitely done that now. So let's have a look at another game. So that was an interesting one. What's this? Well, let's pick some random Japanese games, see if any of them actually boot up. Okay, no idea what this is. We've got some sound effects. Ooh, and does that look like the handle of a katana or something? I remember loading this actually. I remember seeing this exact bit and it kind of crashing on this violence killer. Oh, that's just Turok then, yeah? The Japanese finger Turok. Yo, Zelda Junkie. Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you doing? Just testing out with the latest N64 work in progress build. The one released today, or yeah, it's still today. It's 5 minutes or 6 minutes to midnight over here, so we're still in the 20th. But we're going to be in the 21st very soon. Not for you guys across the other side of the pond. You've still got a few hours to go. So let's have a look. And that's one thing about us being so ahead of America. Sometimes when I check release dates, the release dates are for American time. So I'm having to wait towards the end of my day, man. I'm having to wait towards my end of my day. If a game is releasing at, let's say, 4 p.m. in the States, I kind of have to wait for like 10 p.m, you know, 6 hours, or depending on what part of the States, because America has different time zones. So I always have to kind of check them. Oh, Blast Corp, sorry, I just see, that's why I love the block caps. It's standing up. It's just, it's standing out in chat. I just saw that. And Blast Corps is just, it's a wicked game, and something I discovered by complete accident on the Nintendo 64. All right, there's a few different versions of stuff we got here now, so I'm not going to go Europe, mind you. I think it'll just push it to NTSC anyway. So we go the USA one, and then we go USA revision 1, whatever other revisions they were. Yeah, Zelda Junkie, he is, man. He's working extremely hard, and you know, the guy's got a full-time job as well. Sometimes he's got long days at work, and he's doing this in between. So definitely there's a lot of dedication there. And if anyone wants to, there's a Patreon link in the description of the video. If you want to join Robert's Patreon, he does give in-depth articles and things on there, and obviously it funds the work as well. And I only say that because, hey, you know, if you're in a financial position to be able to support a developer or something like that, then cool. If you can't, hey, you can't, man. We get it. Things are tight at a lot of places and all around. Expenses have gone up all around and everywhere, you know, myself included. So right, which one did we run? We didn't run a European one. Was it that one we ran first? In fact, sorry, let me just have a look. Oh, so I ran revision A. Okay, so let me go to the normal one. No, do you know what, Zelda Junkie? That's a good shout. Let's do the Bomberman games next. I was hoping someone kind of mentioned them. It's just, you know, when you guys mention them, it's easier because I know what to go to straight. But we're going to test out all the Bomberman games. So this is the new set I got. Okay. Oh, okay. So Spockavaroo, your birthday is the 2nd of September, yeah? That's if I remember correctly. Was that yourself that commented on the video about the shop earlier that was shutting on the same day as your birthday? How the hell do I remember this? I've got such a bad memory, but I remember that quite accurately, unless I've completely got you wrong with someone else's comment there. But yeah, man, like install it, mess about with it, man. You got nothing to lose on there. Just put the games on there and run the thing, man. All right, so let's do Bomberman 64. Okay, so I first, so Adventure Tacker, your question, how did I first find out about the MiSTer project? I had a friend of mine, one of my Street Fighter guys, you know, a close friend of mine, his kid is like friends with my kids. They play Minecraft together. His kids became friends with my kids around COVID when everyone was kind of locked down as well. So we're good friends, and he always told me about this, and he said, look dude, you need to get this. And we'd go arcade, we'd play Street Fighter together, and I was like, dude, I'm okay with RetroArch and Run Ahead, because I still think Run Ahead is a great feature on RetroArch. Now, I'm good with emulation. Like, I know I like my FPGA stuff, but I'm not an FPGA snob. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I like on okay, let me see if we can get this. There's a lot of stuff I'm happy with on emulation, with a few effects on, with Run Ahead on. Now, there's certain games where if I know them really well in the arcade, and the other games are like fighting games like Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo, any of the CPS2 stuff, it feels amazing on the MiSTer. It feels accurate to the arcade. It feels identical to the arcade, and that's the reason that I got it. Like, my friend told me about it for ages. I didn't want to get it, and then when I finally tried it around it and I played Super Turbo on there, it's the only time I fully experienced. Okay, so we've got sound for this, but not really, no visuals. Yeah, so that's the time I was like, yeah, I've got to get a MiSTer, and I've ordered it exactly at the wrong time. As soon as I ordered it, they were out of stock. I waited like 9 months, I think, for my DE10 Nano to arrive. I was going to cancel it and go straight to Thoracic. There was a lot more money, so I thought, let me just hold out. And when I got it, man, it's just been amazing. So like I said, okay, Bomberman Hero. So the games that I know well in the arcade, I'll notice a difference. The games that I don't know so well, I'm all right with emulation. Like, when it comes to arcade game emulation, and that's the main thing, the main reason I got the MiSTer. When it comes to MAME, I can feel the lag. It doesn't matter what I play on MAME, I can feel the lag on it. But RetroArch is really, really good, guys. Like, I can't diss it. The team work hard. There's a lot of good effects. You can use Run Ahead. RetroArch is sick, but MiSTer's better. So once I got the MiSTer, the only things I'll play on RetroArch are things that are not available on MiSTer. I'll play them on RetroArch, like Shadow Dancer, one of my favorite arcade games. I'll play that on RetroArch, and to be honest, it feels okay. I would like it because it'll just feel on the MiSTer, it's just instant, you know. Like on Shadow Dancer, I can feel it not being totally accurate to the arcade, but I still enjoy it on playing it on emulation. So this was Bomberman Hero. Yeah, so that's how I got into the MiSTer, man. A friend of mine and I wish I bought it when my friend first told me about it, because at that time the DE10 Nano was 120, and when I bought it, it was like 175. So, you know, that was a jump up £55. But I still think it's worth it. It's excellent value. The value I'm getting out of it is wicked. My kids are like, Dad, why'd you play old games? Like, why'd you play that? I'm like, just go play your rubbish car simulator. You're not gonna understand. They're like, you know, when they're on the stream like that, can you not stream new games for us? Sorry, Sabrakuma, just a silly curious. Hey Pikachu. You know what? I don't think we've done Hey You Pikachu, so let's write that down. We've done pretty much all the Pokemon kind of games, as far as I know. So I'm wondering if this Bomberman's gonna get into the game, because I can hear sound effects. Okay, there's stuff moving around on screen. Let's see if we can. Bomberman's just a classic. Yeah, so Taco, how did you get into the MiSTer? Like, what made you get the MiSTer? Like, what's the thing? Because I know you pretty much play all the new games that come out for it, and you're heavily into them, and some of the taste of your old games is very similar to my taste as well. Because I like a lot of the games Ortego's done. I like a lot of the games Track 17 and Darren O have brought, and also Wicca Wacka, Martin Donlon. Like, a lot of those games I actually played in the arcade. Like the next system, like the NMK. Okay, I'm going to do the next game because we're not really getting much here, which is Bomberman 64 Europe now. Yeah, so like the NMK 16, when I'm going through that, and I'm going to do a video on that at some point, just capturing all the different game footage on there. I don't really know any of those games in the arcade. Like, I played them. Some of the games are really good. It's got a lot of good shmups on there, especially a lot of good vertical shmups. But yeah, I'm not familiar with the system. But there's a lot of stuff that I have played in the arcade. So, like, from a tracks course, really want Snow Brothers 1 to come out. I know we've got Snow Brothers 2, but stuff like Gang Wars, Outzone, like, I rinsed those out in the arcade, man. It's so wicked to have them on a MiSTer. Especially Outzone. Outzone, you can tell when you're playing that on emulation, like, it's good, but it's not. I can tell, like, on a MiSTer, it just feels wicked. But I don't know. I don't personally know many people that like Outzone as much as I do. Not very good at it, but you know, I do like the game a lot. And Hotego's cool, man. Come on, the guy's done CPS 1, he's done CPS 2, and hopefully he'll do CPS 3. That's just enough. Everything else he's done is a bonus. So like I said, like to buy a Street Fighter board that'll work on a modern display, or I'd have to have a CRT, have to have a super gun, have to have arcade sticks. It just made more sense to buy a MiSTer, and then I've got all the bonuses. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a good way of getting it, man. I mean, a lot of people say the Super NT and the Super SG is still worth having, even if you've got a MiSTer. So, right, Bomberman Hero. Let's just do the USA one. That's the last one of the Bomberman stuff. Yeah, I mean, once the MiSTer set up Zelda Junkie, it's just there. It's so versatile. Everything's, you know, it's open source. You can add a lot of stuff to it. It's wicked, absolutely fantastic. Like really, what a great like invention. Like it is just great. Okay, I think this is the one we tried previously, but we're trying the USA version. So we done this one up here. So what was after Bomberman? Hey You Pikachu. Okay, so I wonder if that's actually made it on the Hey. Okay. Oh, Hey You Pikachu. Let's do this. Okay, so you've had it a while. Yeah, man. CPS 2, that's the reason I got it. That's the sole reason I got it, with also the hope of getting CPS 3. And I told myself everything else is a bonus. And honestly, like everything else is a bonus. I got to play a lot of my favorite arcade games, man, like are on there, and it's wicked. I need to play. Do you know one thing that I recommend? Like when you're playing arcade games on there, we've tried Pilot Wing 64, but I can run that again, no problem. So one thing that I'd recommend is if you're playing arcade cores on your MiSTer, then play them on an arcade stick. They just feel so much better. I mean, for fighting games, I always use an arcade stick, but I'm talking about if you're playing like GoldenEye, Shinobi, play them on an arcade stick. It just feels so much better, man. It feels wicked. And I don't do it enough. I'm lazy. I've got the 8-bit though, 2.4 gigahertz arcade stick, and you know the dongle's plugged into my MiSTer. I just need to pick it up and use it. Now that 2.4 stick, well, I've discussed it on it a few times, and a few of you guys have even agreed that there's not enough room on the left-hand side, so I can't play Street Fighter effectively on there. I just can't. Maybe charge characters, but definitely not motion characters. But I'm all good if I'm playing Shinobi on it. If I'm playing whatever, you know, like Cadillac and Dinosaurs, any normal game, Outzone or Shmup, the stick's fine. It's only for fighting games. If I'm playing a fighting game, I can execute fine 2-player side, 1-player side. There's not enough room on the left-hand side, but it's still a great stick. I just wish they moved the stick in a little bit closer to the buttons. No, we haven't tried Chameleon Twist. Let's write that down. Chameleon Twist. Okay, cool. No, we'll do both of them now. We definitely haven't tried that today. So let's just do that now. I'm writing it down, but we're on whatever anyone's saying at the moment, so I haven't got a big list. So there we go. Chameleon Twist 1. We're going to do both of them. We'll do Chameleon Twist 1 and Chameleon Twist 2, because once I start doing a game, if there's another game in that kind of series, then I like doing it as well. I've got to keep remembering to bring these things up to remind you guys to like and subscribe. I absolutely love that. Someone told me about this little screen prompt on the Discord, and I was like, yeah, this is just wicked. I absolutely love it. It's just a Castlevania. Is it Castlevania 2? What a horrible night to you know, have a curse. Okay, legit. This is looking good, man. We have to, all right, Mortal Kombat Trilogy JPC2, we have done that. It doesn't work. 4 kind of works a bit, especially the second level. You can see a little bit of it. Let's do 1080. Haven't done 1080 yet, but really, do you know, I've just wrote 1080p instead of 1080 snowboarding, just out of that habit. So Mortal Kombat already tried earlier. Not gonna do that one again, at least not for now. 1080 snowboarding, definitely let's try that out. So this is Chameleon Twist 1. We'll then try Chameleon Twist 2. I'm kind of spamming buttons and stuff here, hoping something will happen. Yeah, not a lot happening. And a shout out to everyone that's actually going to work tomorrow. And if you're up too late, be responsible, man. Don't stick around watching this black screen. Get your sleep, it's important. And this is for people in the UK and Europe. In the USA, you're a lot earlier, so you've got the evening ahead of you. Also, want to send a shout out to Robert Pipe, also markun for all the work he's doing, assisting Robert, as well as Vampire for the work he's doing, and everyone else involved, everyone on the Discord that's helping out, sharing results. Big shout out to all of you guys. Okay, so let's do Chameleon Twist 2 now. Hopefully that will work. Oh, which okay, read some comments. 30 the junkie, which games that is that? Chameleon Twist or is that 1080 snowboarding you play? 1080 snowboarding is a must. I'll have to play that. Yep, cruising we haven't done yet. Let's do that. We'll do both the cruisings, by the way. Is it Exotica? We'll do both. Definitely. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's a little bit delayed. By the time you see, I think there's about 10 seconds in between. So maybe I'm on the next game now. Unless you were talking about this game right here, Chameleon Twist 2. Okay. Definitely heard a bit of sound there. I'm pressing buttons then. Often I am pressing buttons. Okay, sorry. Chameleon Twist. Okay, we can go back to that. See if there is a Chameleon Twist 2, and there's yep, there's not a lot happening here. Okay. So let's go back to one and let's test your theories, Zelda Junkie, to see if we are in game, if there is sound there. Okay, I got you. Yep. Okay. I saw something on the top left. I'm moving stuff around here, but I don't know what's happening. Yeah, not really much happening. I think I was spamming buttons as well last time like this, to be honest. So what was next? We've got some interesting ones. We've got 1080 snowboarding. That's a must try. That was a wicked game, you know. But that's a game that destroyed the analog stick, man. I remember my friend, when he used to play, he used to put the controller down like in his hand, and he used to rotate the analog stick with the palm of his other hand, rotating it round and round and round. And his brother used to get annoyed because it was actually his brother's N64. Yeah, just black screen there. So I'm really hoping 1080. 1080, I was going to say 1080p again. 1080 snowboarding is something that does start working, man. Like it's a fantastic game, man. Best snowboarding games, 1080 is on that list, and as well as SSX Tricky, man. SSX Tricky was an absolute bombshell of a game. You know what? Let me go into that other folder, because anything up to H, I kind of want to try this one. So let's go to the cruising games, because this has different versions of this. If there's different revisions, it has them. So we're not going to go okay, so let's go cruising Exotica. Okay, which fishing game are you? Okay, probably right. Which fishing game are you referring to? I really did like we can try that Jinker if I've got it. The fishing game I always played was on a Dreamcast. I thought, was it Sega Bass Fishing? That was fun with the fishing rod. And I remember Mad Cats. That's when I remember first coming across Mad Cats. They were doing a lot of accessories for the Dreamcast. You had like a third-party gun. You had the third-party fishing rod by them as well. I think I had like one of each, man. I had a lot of stuff for the Dreamcast when it came out. Mario Party, you know what? Wicked. Mario Party is something we need to test. Well, I need to press buttons on this as well before I go to write stuff down. All right, we're gonna go through all the Mario Party. So this is where Mario Party was born, on this system right here. So let's do. We're gonna skip the European ones, and we're gonna do. Okay, so we've got a couple of revisions. See, we've got there revision A and revision B as well. Oh, and we've got Cruising Worlds. So, okay, there's a few cruising games. So let's do the first one, which is the vanilla version of Cruising. Yep, Rice Cake. We can do Tony Hawk's. Awesome. Okay, so that kind of crashed straight away. What was that again? That was Cruising USA. So let's go back, give it a reset, and you know, like Fuzzy says, let's spam some buttons. Can we get into game? No? I feel like it's crashed, but we've got different revisions now, so let's go revision A, because I remember someone speaking on the Discord specifically about Killer Instinct, saying that they managed to get in, or I only got to the character select screen where it froze, but I think they managed to get into game like Mortal Kombat style, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, so cruising the other, you know what, Luxon, I'm really sorry I haven't got Bang.io. That's something I need to that's something that I need to do. If anyone's ever DM'd me on Discord, just DM me Bang.io, because if that message is there, it will definitely remind me later to get it. Taco, if you're still there, man, just blast me a message on Discord saying Bang.io, and then later on or whatever, I'll remember it in that conversation, man. Because it's been asked for a few times. I need to just look for that specific game, because I didn't really, to be honest, I think I did have a look for it. I didn't find it, but I need to look harder. Okay, so cruising, it's gonna crash in just a second, no? Yes, crashed again. Okay, so cruising world now, USA version. Okay. Yeah, Taco, we did try Mischief Makers, man. That was yeah, nothing, just black screen on that one. Yeah, Bango, yeah, Taco, man, yeah, just drop me a message on our Discord, a DM on Discord, and I'll definitely get Bang.io, man. Haven't got it. Right, okay. Taco, you're quick. I just see the notification. Thank you, man. I'm just gonna swipe it now, so it remains in there. So what's this Jinkyo game? I might have this in a Japanese one. Really hope I do have it in a Japanese one. Let's have a look. It just sounds, because ever since okay, I know that's Jinx. It's not Jinkyo. Okay, sorry, dude. Haven't got Jinkyo. Hold on. What game's that? It's loaded. Cruising World. I heard a little bit of a sound there, part of the music. Okay, we can do Glover, no problem. Okay, so that's yeah, no worries. Top G Adventure Taco has got me. Cheers. Right, so we were going to do that Jinkyo game, so let's do that. But I didn't have it, so I'm going to do the closest thing to it. You know, when you don't get the prize you want, you get something close, and that's Gensei Game 64, which is probably nothing to do with the Jinkyo game. So sorry about that, guys. Next up, we've got Mario. After this, we're going to do Mario Party. So everyone, it's a party. It's a Mario Party. You know what? My kids, man, they love Mario Party. They even get my wife. My wife's not really a gamer. She plays a home designer game on her iPad, which I absolutely hate. She did play the Professor Layton games on the DS and like those very, very much. But yeah, she plays Mario Party with my boys, man. My two boys, they make her play. And yeah, Mario Party's wicked, man. Good family game. Right, okay, so let's go to the Mario Parties now, because this is where they began. Mario Party. We've got Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. JPC2, we tried Blast Corps, man. No joy on that one. No joy. Just, yeah, it didn't do it, man. Didn't do it for us. Right, let me open my other drink. Oh, it's a bit warmer now. I've had it here for a while. Right, will this get us anywhere? Will it do anything? Okay, not quite with Mario Party 1. Let's look at this chat before I go in this. Oh, okay, thanks for that, Spock of a Real. That's interesting to know, man. So is Cruising made? Is it just published by Nintendo? Is it developed by Nintendo as well? Is it a different company that develops it, but Nintendo publishes it? Because it almost feels like a first party game. I really wish I should actually play the Switch version some more, man. The Switch version is good. Doesn't hold 60 FPS, but it really does feel like an arcade racer, man. Okay, so it looks like we're getting the same stuff on all the Mario Kart. I was gonna say Mario Kart, the Mario parties. Okay, so oh, hold on, there's something there. Ah, but it crashed. It crashed. Yeah, we can do wave race. We can do wave race. We've not done that yet. It'll be interesting to see if we can actually race on that now, because from what I recall, the race starts and then that's where it crashes now. But that was on yesterday's update, so let's see what comes on today's update. Yeah, I know also the cruising games are good, man. My cousin, he like speed runs them, or he does like races on them. I got a young cousin, he's very, really good at games, man. But you can like 1cc Ghosts and Goblins. Okay, this is Mario Party 3, and we've gotten somewhere. Unless it's just crashed right. Here's Mario Party 3, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, it looks like it's just crashed here. So let's give it a reset and let's just spam some stuff, because spamming sometimes works quite well. Okay, maybe. Oh, hey, look at that. Buzzy, if you're still there, buddy, your spamming worked. We have got past that part by using the spam. Sir Spam-A-Lot, spam forever. Doraemon, Nobita, Mitsu. Okay, yep, no, I think I've got that in a Japanese one. So guys, Mario Party 1 and 2 didn't quite boot up, but Mario Party 3, we're kind of in the game to some extent. And let me just spam that A button, and hopefully we can get something going. Interesting to see if we kind of get into a game. And this is a game I'll let my kids play as well. You know, this is where it all began. And by the looks of it, let's leave that hanging there in case it does go into it. And while I write down the Doraemon, I'm not sure if we tried that actually, but we can try it again, because I don't remember when it was, if it was one of the random Japanese ones that I kind of just picked up and flicked. Okay, so what's next on the list? Mario Party 1, 2, and 3 done. Next up, we have got Tony Hawk's Racer, which I don't recall if that worked or not, and there might be a couple of parts on here as well. So, okay, yeah, so there's 1 and 2. So there's, oh, I think one of them has got like Ace of Spades, which might have been number 3. So I might just turn it down. It didn't give me a warning last time for the sound, but hey, I might just avoid it anyway. So just for the Tony Hawk's games, guys, I'm gonna pop the sound down, guys, just to be on the safe side. Okay, right, let's load the next one. Okay, so there is sound there. There's a little bit of sound there. I heard like a sound effect of some type. That's gone, and I'm pretty sure it was number 3, which it may have had Ace of Spades, or it might have had some kind of soundtrack there. Okay, no, let's do number 3 now. Number 3 is the one where it didn't quite launch. If I remember on the previous one, it just kind of done something, you know. And it definitely had a soundtrack playing. Okay, so like a little red square there or something. You'll probably hear me spamming my buttons. Okay. Oh, hold on. Something happened there. Okay. No. Oh. Yeah, okay, guys. The Ace of Spades is playing now. So let's see if we get into the game. It was definitely this. I'm glad my memory kind of served me there. And I've turned it down to potentially avoid, you know, like the video getting demonetized or getting some kind of warning. Right, not that actually the channel makes a massive amount on there, but it does kind of equate to, I think, currently about £110 a month, which, you know what, yeah, I'll take it, man. It'll, you know, it'll pay for my kids' jiu-jitsu lessons for that month. So what's up? Tony Hawks. Okay, so next up is Glover, and I'll get the sound up once I start beginning the loading process. Okay, so let's get the sound up a little bit more. Okay, we are loading Glover. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so Hasbro. So this is a game based on toys, because usually Hasbro ones are toys. But mind you, Transformer games are Hasbro, aren't they? Actually, my boys are really into Transformers, man. I've got a friend that's got like hundreds. He's an avid collector, so I always end up buying. To be honest, he gives me some, and sometimes I'll buy some off him just to give to the boys, man. And he gives me the manuals and everything's with them, so they can make them. And I get a really good price on them, you know. Like I'm paying like maybe a quarter or a third of what they're worth. Some of them might actually be worth more, you know, as far as collectors go. But the guy has got a lot of Transformers. He's got a room full of, like, he's got loads on display around the house, and then he's got just got like boxes with loads on there, man. So yeah, I've still got some more that I can get off him and buy. I went to visit him last Wednesday. I bought 4. Right, okay, so that was Glover not working. Let's go Wave Race, and hopefully Wave Race we have a little something. Yeah, so I was a bit gutted actually, because you know, when I went to my friend's house, and I went there on Wednesday, and it was cool. I played some Street Fighter with him, some offline SF. I watched that Nicolas Cage movie, the recent one that has where he's a vampire, and it's actually really good. It begins with it's about his assistant. Wicked thing. BM the call's not quite finished yet. Definitely not finished. But yeah, sorry, when I went to my friend's house, there's a restaurant near there, a really good Thai restaurant, and my wife likes Thai food, so I told her I'm going to get you Thai food, and this restaurant shuts on a Wednesday. It's like a small family run thing in Wilson Green. It's called Spicy Fish, if anyone's in the area. It's a good restaurant, and I thought let me grab the food, and yeah man, it just it's shut on Wednesdays, and I remembered that when I got there, because when I was going to my friend's house I saw it was closed, and I was like, right, it's like 1 or half 1, it's closed, it's not going to open today. I'm kind of gutted about that, so I want to kind of maybe go to visit my friend next week before my annual leave finishes. I'm back at work on like Tuesday the 29th, so I've still got like just over a week left, so I want to go and visit him, and any day apart from Wednesdays I can get the food. Renfield, yeah man, yeah. Dude, Renfield's wicked. I hardly watch movies. I don't watch that many movies. Like, it's rare that I watch movies. But I was around my friend's house. We got a munch. We couldn't get this Thai place. We got some Turkish. And yeah, man, I watched Renfield. I really enjoyed it. Like, I recommend the movie. But I haven't seen a lot of movies recently. So there we go. So guys, we watched the intro for this. Let's see if we can somewhat get in game, because once we pick our jet ski and we go in game, it crashes. That's what kind of stretched out the kind of intro part a little bit. Yeah, Michael, a lot of the stuff is actually Tron edition. Wicked. I've actually got a friend on you. Sorry, I was thinking, nah, that's not you, is it, Michael? Michael from Castlevania Hacks? I don't think it is. That was a different name. Can't remember the last name, man. But there's a channel that I follow on here. The guy does amazing. He's on one of the best Castlevania hacks out there. Castlevania Revenge of the Vindicicle. Really good, man. It might be Michael Sorrow actually. I can't remember. I can't remember the last name, man. Okay, we're in game, guys. I don't have to play this game. Okay, so it hasn't actually crashed. Okay, guys, every other time this game has crashed. So this is almost like, you know, where we've got Mario Kart Square Box Edition, we've got Wave Race. Oh, I just saw a shark there, man, or a shadow shark. Wow. Okay, guys, we are living good. We are eating good with this core. If you know your way around Wave Race and you played this game, you might actually be kind of alright with it. I hope I'm going around the right way. Kind of feels like I'm going around the right way, but I'm probably going around the wrong way. So I wonder if there was a sharks or dolphins, you know, was there an element of danger here where you might get yammed up by a shark? I think that might be a dolphin, you know. The way it's swimming, it kind of just feels like it's a little bit friendly. But guys, yeah, we are in Wave Race, and let me see if I can go through that little canyon there in the middle. Oh wow, okay. I done myself a little jump. Wow. Wow, really, really good to see the progress on Wave Race, man. Amazing, amazing. Sorry, I'm concentrating on the game, so I won't be able to look at chat until I kind of look at it after. I can see in the corner of my eye, like a message just got added, but you know, keep the messages coming in. Talk amongst yourselves as well. Remember, everyone that is here has the same interests as you. I mean, they might have different interests in you, but they're definitely interested in Nintendo 64, MiSTer, and the development in this core. I mean, you know, it takes a certain type of person to come to a live stream knowing that they're going to be looking at a lot of black screens and listening to quite a lot of muffled sounds. So, you know, make some friends in here, man. Everyone that's here, you've all got this interest, man. And that's, you know, that's one other really interesting thing about the MiSTer. And one of the mods on the MiSTer FPGA Discord over on the N64 channel was saying that he's actually really happy to be part of the MiSTer community. And you know what? I agree with that. It's a great community to be in. And not just the MiSTer, even like the other FPGA stuff, even like some of the, a lot of the analog pocket guys are really, really cool as well. And especially with the MiSTer, you know what? It's the whole bunch of guys, man. Like youngest are probably in their 30s, maybe there's some younger ones as well. A lot of them are in their 40s, and some are even in like touching 50 or in their 50s. So, you know, you grew up playing this stuff, and you know, everyone's got similar kind of hobbies, man. It's nice. You know, you've just got like-minded people that you're kind of dealing with. I'm going to try and finish this here. I'm really hoping I'm going the correct way. It kind of feels like I'm going the correct way. Feels like I'm chasing that dolphin forever, man. I'm never going to catch it. Yeah, instead of chasing the dragon, we're chasing the dolphin. So I'm not going to go through that little hole in there. Let's try and do another jump, because the jump felt good. I think that's it. Okay, what happened there? I was down for that ramp. Woo! Guys, this is looking good. Once a bit of colour gets added into you know, the characters, and we can identify what that fish is swimming ahead of us quite a lot of time. This is going to be awesome. So how many laps is this, man? Like, okay, once I get to that canyon part again, if it hasn't finished, I'm going to move on to something else. But it's awesome to see this from, again, not kind of booting up to getting to the title a little bit. So initially, when I first tried it, from what I remember, I can't remember it not booting, but I remember it booting, and you got that blue screen. As soon as the blue screen come, the game crashed. And then you could see like the intro, and when you picked like your jet ski and the race started, it crashed. Well, you know what? Now we are actually racing. So wow guys, this has definitely been one of the highlights of the stream, seeing that our wave race is working. And I know a lot of people love this game. Even when I had the shop, I didn't play this game a lot. I don't think I ever played this on the N64, but so many people used to buy this on the N64 as a second-hand game, because the GameCube was current. And on the GameCube, Wave Race 64 sold a lot, guys. We sold a lot of copies, and I was like, wow, people really like this game. I wasn't really a fan at the time, but even in this, the way this is now, it feels decent, man. I'm doing the jumps, I'm moving around, it feels good. Right, so let's have a look. Let's look at chat. Okay, so after Wave Race, there's that Doraemon game, which I think is the Japanese one. So let's go over to that Japanese folder. And I'm pretty sure I've got that one. Here we go. Doraemon, the Go. I would try all of them. So we try the first one and the second one. And while that's booting up, let me have a look to see what else is on chat. It's a London thing. I've just clocked that, JV. I remember that. That was a banging tune, man, by Scott Garcia and MC Styles. A little bit of trivia here. MC Styles tried it with my mate's girl, and they had some kind of altercation. Can't remember exactly how it ended, but there you go. A little bit of trivia there. But that was a banging tune, man. That was like a London and a garage anthem. Yeah, good tune. Okay, so just having okay, Michael, other Michael, nice one, man. But still, Michael, good old Michael. Okay, so dolphins in the early levels, thank you for picking it out. Sorry, I'm just kind of going through the chat while that is booting up and whatnot. So I'm not pressing any buttons or anything. Okay, right. Vapor Wave Race, yeah, indeed. Retro forever, damn right, Ori, man. I love playing the old games, man. I love playing stuff on the analog pocket as well, man, when I'm moving around. Okay, yep, we can do win back. So I'm trying to find new games in here as well. So we can do some other stuff in here. Okay, cool. So Zelda Junkie's in a younger part, man. Awesome. Okay, cool. So let me press a button here now to see if any. So this Doraemon game, whatever, is this based on an anime? It kind of rings a bell. Was it an anime? Can't remember. Can I get... Okay, a bit of text came up. I can't remember. Someone was telling me that meant something like you're missing the expansion pack or get out of here, kid, in Japanese. Kind of feels like we're in game a little bit. Oh, wicked. So you had the Japanese version of the Nintendo 64. I never saw an import machine, you know. All the ones we had or I saw were UK ones over here, man. So okay, let's try part 2 of this Doraemon, however you say it, and hopefully that works. So obviously, Paul McGuinness, there was like the Super Nintendos, there was a lot of import ones of those flying around, and even if you had the UK one, I don't know if anyone remembered the universal adapters to play like foreign games on there and everything. But with Nintendo 64, never ever saw an imported machine, not even in CEX or anything like that. I only ever saw like the UK machine. Okay, so part 2 of that isn't working. We got win back written down, and there's something interesting I want to check out actually after win back. So let's have a look. Okay, so I take it win back is was that Operation Win Back here in the UK? I remember a game called Operation Win Back. It was like a poor man's Metal Gear Solid at the time. I remember PlayStation 1 had like Metal Gear Solid, and Nintendo 64 had Win Back. And you know, when Metal Gear Solid was around and you played Win Back, it just didn't feel good. I remember that. Okay, yeah, so we did try this yesterday. Fortunately, no joy on this one yet, guys. Goleman's Great Adventure. Yeah, sure, no problem. Is that the same as Mystical Ninja? Okay, so win back. Here you go. We got that little square up there. I'm going to spam buttons to see if it does anything. Do you know, I can't remember. I don't think we've tried Yoshi's Story in the stream. I think I tried it yesterday. But we can try again. I get a feeling it's not going to work. But hey, you know what? You never know. Sometimes some stuff doesn't always work first time around. But before we do the next 2 requests, which is Goleman's and Yoshi's Story, I wanted to try one thing because this was kind of interesting now. So it was this one here, Action Replay. I want to see if we can load this up. Remember the Action Replays for the cheat stuff? I think in the States, Game Genie was more popular, yeah, because look, the Action Replays are Europe. This is interesting though, because I like the Action Replay on the Super Nintendo. We used to use that. We used to use the Action Replay to do like mid-air special moves in Street Fighter 7 EOC. Was it B200 and 7 EOE B200 for the player 2 side? I remember them because I used to put them in so much. Okay, so not really much happening with the Action Replay, but it was more of a curiosity thing to see, are we actually going to boot into an Action Replay, and is it going to kind of show us codes and everything? So Goleman's Great Adventure, let's have a look at okay, so we maybe have that in all regions. Okay, yep, so it goes up to H, so we may even have it in okay, wicked. Goleman's Great Adventure, nice. Yeah, I don't think we've done Goleman's Great Adventure. We've done Mystical Ninja. I don't know if this is different to that, because I know Goleman was the name of the Japanese one, but this is a USA game that we loaded up. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah, Goleman's Great Adventure, unless this is something else called Golemon. Okay, do you know what? I've never even seen the Action Replay for the N64. I have it was a Super Nintendo thing, but Michael, we've not tried GoldenEye. I've added that to the list, so that'll be one of the ones that we check in just a bit. We haven't got many on the list now, so we've got Goldman's, Yoshi's, and that's followed by 007. So Goldman's hasn't worked, but what's this one here? We'll try the Japanese version, so just to see if that makes a difference. I very much doubt it does. Okay, so I wonder if it was, Paul, I wonder if it was the same thing, the Game Genie, just rebranded for different regions, because definitely in America we hear of the Game Genie. Okay, so going on the Japanese one, we've got something here, or past tense, we had something here. Okay, let's see, is it gonna kick off into anything? But yeah, okay, so... Right, what's next on the list? Yoshi's. Let's do Yoshi's then. Oops. Okay, sorry, I haven't got that here. I think it's the last game. Yep, Yoshi's Story. Awesome.
Nintendo.
Hey, we'll get the little Yoshi sound there saying Nintendo. And I think that's where it gets to be honest. Oh, cool. A nice one, Paul. I do appreciate your knowledge, man. Love it when you guys add value. Big shout out to Cyber Akuma, man. Guys really, I feel like Cyber Akuma really does make the stream a lot better just with all the facts that it kind of brings in there. And that goes for everyone else that add facts as well, and just kind of information, because sometimes I'm waffling on, I've got no idea what I'm talking about, and when you guys come in there with facts, it's just awesome, man. And that's one thing that I do like, is on my videos or anything like that, if I make a mistake, which I do often, just correct me, man. I'm quite happy to pin it and address it wherever possible, you know. Or if you've got more information that adds value to the video, it's always good to hear. Like I'm never ever offended by it, you know. Unless obviously someone says, hey, you know, you're a big spasmo and don't be like that and blah blah. You know, there's a nice way of saying something, and most people say it very respectfully and very nice. That, by the way, you know, this was here, but have you heard of this? And it's really good, and it's something that helps me improve the channel as well. You know what, Xena, gotta try it, man. Gotta try Xena. We gotta do Xena. Xena Warrior Princess. Okay, so 007 is a no-go. No, you know what, Cyber Akuma, given the fact that we're doing a live stream, your little history bites in here, they're just wicked. I learned stuff, and it definitely keeps people in chat entertained as well. So, you know, awesome stuff. I always look forward to attending the streams. Obviously people have got life, they've got busy stuff, and I don't intend people to watch like every single stream and do everything there. You know, at some point you might watch a little bit of it and it might just get boring, and you're thinking, okay, I've seen enough black screens to kind of last me a lifetime. And I get that. I do it because I enjoy doing it. Few people attend, it is fun. But whenever you're around doing this, it is always fun. Always fun. Definitely, yeah, JB, that's a good description of him, man. He's a Cyber Akuma, or like a Cyber Swiss Army knife, man. Just really good, really good. Okay, so we've done Xena, guys. You guys want anything else? While you guys are deciding, I'm gonna look to see if there's anything I kind of want to check out. Okay, let's do Wipeout 64, because we kind of got the lightning effects and some kind of stuff happened there. Let's see if there's an improvement on some of that stuff as well. And if no one says anything, I'm quite happy to do what is it, Destruction Derby as well. Okay, I'm spamming A, man. I'm spamming A. All right, let me reset it and spam A from the beginning. Nah, interesting. Do you know what? Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. Okay.
Welcome to Clyde's Bridge.
3, 2.
Yeah, Michael, definitely. There was a lot of people that said it was impossible, but man, Robert makes it impossible. But do you know, like, I've only been in the MiSTer space for around a year. We'll try a Mahjong game. I think we ran one, a Japanese one, It didn't work because I don't remember seeing mahjong. But there was a lot of people, from what I understand, that said Saturn, PlayStation wasn't possible, and hey, it became possible, man. Oh, thank you, man. Oh, cheers, Paul McGuinness. No, do appreciate that, man. Dude, one thing that I learned, and it's something I learned in life and from work and places like that, don't pretend to know more than more than you know, because it's better to look stupid early than stupid much later. And I've learned that the hard way, where you're a bit younger, you waffle about stuff. Okay, so I think we're in game now. I'm that little ray of light, because a lot of stuff's missing, and some of the effects, like those lightning ones, are there. Yeah, so there's no point pretending to know something. It's better just to say, look, I don't know, and look stupid later. So even when it comes down to work, if there's anything there, like for my work, there's certain like audit, or there's certain like reports that I need to run, and I'm good at the reports I run. There's some that I need to do on a monthly basis, and I run them. But then I've got other people like in my department that run different reports, and when they're off, I'm expected to run the reports, and my boss is like, look, can you run them? And I'm like, look, I can't. And he's like, why? You got trained? I said, yeah, I got trained like 2 years ago on this. I've never done it in 2 years, and I can't remember how to navigate to that part of the system and extract this information. And like, I don't really get into trouble for anything, because I'm like, look, if I'm doing it on a regular basis, cool, I'll get it. But you're kind of showing me this once, and you think I'm some kind of photographic memory man where I don't know it. So, and it kind of works all right. So definitely, that's one advice I can give you guys. Don't pretend to know more than you know, because if you get rumbled, you just look really stupid. Okay, so anyway, back to Wipeout. We've got a little star going there. Okay, so look up, left, right. Okay, I don't even know what's going on. To be honest, even with all the graphics of Wipeout, like, I played Wipeout when it came out and I liked it. I did like it. I enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite games. Man, when I bought Wipeout for the PS Vita, I think I bought it and I had to return it or trade it in. The damn thing just moved so fast. I couldn't turn, I couldn't control the vehicle. It was just way too hard, man. And that's why me getting older or tired. But I do know when I play games when I'm tired, like I like playing Titanfall 2 on the Steam Deck. When I'm tired, man, I just get owned on that. I can't even get a kill. And if I play it when I'm not tired and I'm fresh, yeah, I'll still get killed, just not as much. Right, okay. I think I've had enough of Wipeout, man. There's not really much there. So what we've got next, we've got a mahjong game, so we'll try and get that one there. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I do wing it, but I need a certain amount of knowledge to be able to wing stuff. Like, winging is a normal part of most people's job. Like, you wing stuff, but you need to be able to, and you need to know that your person you're winging it to doesn't know more than you. So like, there's certain things, for example, like I can make it sound like I really know what I'm talking about, but I don't. But I know the person I'm speaking to knows much less than me about it. So when I'm talking about it, they can't clock it. But then if you're trying to wing it to someone that's an expert in what you're winging it about, you're going to look stupid again. And that's when you don't wing it. Yeah, you know what? That's a good one, Dreadnought, to stay silent. I don't do that enough. That's a very good skill. I also notice as well, so like I might try it sometimes. I'll try and be like super quiet and not engage in conversation and just watch and observe people. And I find people end up being a little bit, I'd even say, scared of you. They're a little bit scared, and they're very cautious around you. And it's an interesting social experiment to see people do get scared of people that don't talk. Once you talk, they're like, yeah, we know this guy. He waffles on. So I can be quiet, but I actively have to tell myself to be quiet. It's not my default mode. So, but it's definitely interesting. Yeah, authority only promise what you can deliver. Yeah, that's true. So even like with my kids, it's like, if I ever say anything, man, I got to make sure I do it. So I never ever tell like my niece, for example, like, I'm going to take you out or I'll get you this, unless I'm going to do it. And for example, if I've told my niece that I'm going to take you park with my two boys. You know, my daughter, she's a teenager. She doesn't really do that park stuff anymore with me. But the boys are 7 and 9. They're going. They're like going with their cousins. So I'll take a male cousin, a girl cousin, a couple of them, whatever. They're at that young age. They're all mixing and playing. If I tell one of them, if for some reason something comes up and I can't do it, I personally call them and say, you know, I'm really sorry, this has come up. I'll make it up to you. I'll do it another day, and then I'll make sure I do it. That's one advice I'll give to you, man. Don't ever, like, if you say something to kids, like, just mean it, man, because they remember. If you tell them you're going to take them out or do something, do it, man, because when you don't do it, when they grow up, they're going to think you're that uncle or you're that father that said you're going to do this and you never ever done it. So yeah, always stick to your word with kids, especially, man. Because I remember when I was a kid, when I had those relatives that were like, oh, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to do that. I was excited about getting it or going somewhere. And when they didn't deliver, I think they're idiots, man. And to be honest, now that I've, you know, when you grow up and you see them, you do realize that they were idiots. You know, their default mode was idiot. And there was some of my uncles that I respect. They were like proper mad cool, man. And they were very good to me when I was a kid. And that's that. Anyway, this is what happens when we stream this stuff for a while. We start getting into some life tips. Wow, 2 hours and 19 minutes, man. Right, okay, so someone asked for a mahjong game. I'm really sorry, I kind of skipped that. So let's see if there's anything here on a mahjong game in the USA one. If not, there's definitely a mahjong game no, okay, so there's not a mahjong game here. So let's go to the Japanese one. I'm pretty sure I saw something here with mahjong in here, but it may not be with M. It might be like part of the title. You know, it might have something else in there. Where is it? Okay. Sorry guys, a bit tired. I'm trying to spot. Here we go. Pro mahjong. Kind of glad I found that, man. Yo, Michael, nice one, man. Thanks for dropping in, bro. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, always, yeah, it's a pleasure to do the stream, man. I'm on annual leave, so I'm loving it at the moment. When it comes back to work, this is all gonna stop, man. Yo, Mandem, is that Andy? Andy, wicked, bro. So Andy's a friend of mine that used to work with me, and he moved back to Poland a couple of years ago. Andy, dude, awesome. Thank you for dropping by, man. Like, wicked. I'll give you a call after the stream, man, if you're still going to be up. Like, wicked. Andy, man. Andy. What a guy. So, like, in a place of work, not many people were gamers. Andy and me were hardcore gamers. And Andy was always like, consoles are crap. We're talking modern consoles, not vintage ones. Not retro ones, sorry, vintage. What the hell am I? Okay, mahjong isn't working. So let's do a random one while I waffle. Let's do Rockman Dash. So Andy, and then in the end I ended up saying, you know, Andy, you're right, because PC gaming is where it's at. That's it. He kind of convinced me, and now I've not gone for PS5 or Xbox Series. Even my kids, we're moving over to PC because most of the stuff is out there. But Andy, dude, wicked of you to drop in, man. We miss you, bruv. We miss you. We miss you at work, man. I really do hope, you know, we see you again at some point, man. Oh, okay. We've got by the way, Andy, yeah, we're testing some stuff here, so this is a work in progress call, so we're getting like graphical glitches and stuff like that in here, but we're all a bunch of guys that like this stuff that we're in there. So I'm not sure exactly how up your street this is, because I know what you're into, man. Actually, by the way, if you're still there, what are you playing on PC at the moment? Because Overwatch 2 is getting cussed on Steam. It's actually it's the most negatively rated game on Steam. So I know you're a big Overwatch 1 fan for like a long period of time. Okay, so this is Rockman Dash. I'm not sure what's happening here. We're gonna get into game. And guys, any requests in here? Yeah, maybe he moved back there for the better food, man. Wicked, yeah, wicked Zelda, Junkie man. Nice one, thank you. Okay, is something happening here? Okay, it's difficult now because obviously there's menus and stuff I'm navigating through, but I've got no idea what I'm kind of pressing here. Right, I think this is one where okay, so Tetris 64 worked for us. Let's try Snowball Kids, man. Let's try Snowball Kids. Wicked. Right, so Snowboard Kids, the USA version, it kind of started, and it's possible with this update we're gonna get further into the game, you know. But let's see where it goes. Let's see. Maybe it's not gonna crash. Oh, by the way, Andy, I'm drinking a Monster while I'm filming this stuff. Yeah. Okay, so I wonder, right, that's the intro. We've got something happening. Oh wow, this game's a little bit louder than the other ones. Let me try and balance out the sound of it. Let me just turn it down a little bit. Just have to remember to turn it up when a lot of the games are quite around the similar level, so they kind of work out. Okay, so guys, this crashed before we press start. We're kind of in there, and are we gonna race, and are we gonna get like black snow now or something? I'm pretty sure that Snowboard Kids is. Sounds like Snowboard Kids, doesn't it? Snowboard Kids. Come on. I don't know if I'm inputting a name there or something. I'm trying stuff, guys. Okay, oh guys, what, 2 hours 25 minutes. Right, 5 more minutes of stream, man, then I'm gonna have to get some sleep, man. A big shout out to my wife as well. I know you're sleeping downstairs in the front room with the kids, because the boys love adventure night. They love just sleeping down there, like watching TV, chilling, and then just when they get up in the morning before you, watching like Sonic. They're watching Sonic Boom or one of the Sonic cartoons on Netflix. But I do appreciate it because it just, you know, not disturbing my wife in the bedroom. I've got a bedroom to myself, and I can chill and do these streams, man. So okay, let's try an exclusive game now. Virtual Pro 64. Sorry, Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. This is an exclusive Japanese game, so that's fairly awesome. But what we will do is well, you know what, Ori, at this rate, right, it's hard to say. It's hard to say when it will come. Who knows? It might take a long time. Robert may face, like, you know, a difficult step in the core development process that might delay the core for a long time. It's just difficult to say. You can't put a timeline on this stuff. A lot of developers, like when for example, when Hotego, who's also a very talented core developer, when he kind of like he gave a he said he thought he would have the Neo Geo Pocket Core ready by, I think, Adventure Taco can correct me on this, I think it was like June the 2nd, but you know, unexpected or unforeseen circumstances arise, and those circumstances oh sorry, I put the wrong, oh no, virtual, no, yeah, so that they can cause delays, and maybe the core's not going to come out, or it's the opposite. Things just happen really quickly, and yeah, things happen quickly and they come out quicker. So honestly, it's the only way you can say it is how long is a piece of string, because that's really what it is. You just can't work it out. There's nothing I can say. It's all just speculation and us kind of guessing around. I mean, like I said earlier, if we had to do a graph of Roblox progress and how it's making, it's just skyrocketing up. So, you know, the trajectory would tell us it's probably going to be out in a month or two. That's definitely not correct. But the guy's just working so fast on everything. We just don't know, man. There's just no idea. Let me look at chat while Top Trump actually loads up. I wonder if it does load up. It should be a simple card game. God bless you too, Taco. Oh, okay, wicked Zelda Junkie. No worries, man. That's a good shout. I mean, at one point we were thinking any game with 64 in the title is the one that's working. Yeah, Cyber Recruitment, that's a good point. So there's rapid progress during a certain part of the development, and then maybe towards a certain part it starts slowing down and more bugs are found. So that's why it's just difficult to say anything on there at all. I mean, you know, if you're members of the MiSTer FPGA Discord, there should be an invite link in the description. I usually leave one in there. If I haven't, then just let me know and I'll post it in the comments. But if you're on there, Robert's in the N64 channel and is always talking about his progress and what he's doing and what his plans are. He's very involved with the community, and the community are very involved with him. To be honest, he's a really nice guy. Like Roberts, he's just a nice guy. I've had a few interactions with him. It's not like me and him are homies and we know each other, but I've got a lot of respect for him. The guy's just really nice. Anytime I've spoken with him, the guy's just been sound, man. Very, like, seriously, very polite. Like, very nice guy. So you know, if you do want to get involved and you want to find out what's going on and everything, then join the Discord, man. Like, you don't have to talk on there. You can just drop in there from time to time, see what's going on. I find Discord overwhelming. Like, there's a lot of stuff happens and it moves fast on there with a lot of stuff. So it can be quite overwhelming, Discord, for sure. But yeah, it's definitely a good place. I mean, it's kind of like one of the main things where I'm always checking stuff out. But what's that now? Okay, so we're approaching 2.5 hours now, so let's end it with Star Fox and kind of we'll watch the intro for Star Fox, because, well, Star Fox is just awesome and it's made a lot of progress. So okay, so right, so Zelda. Okay, before Star Fox, that's the final request. Wayne, it's not Wayne's World, it's Wayne, whatever. I'm not reading the rest of it, but we're gonna find. Okay, Wayne Gritz's 3D hockey. The only 3D hockey. Okay, so not the 98 one. We're gonna do that one because we're gonna test your theory of it was released in 1996, which is an interesting theory to check out. But this may have just destroyed that theory. So, oh no, I just saw it change to something. So maybe you could be right. As I went through the reset, I did see. Oh. Dude, you could be onto something, guys. Like, Fuzzy said mash the button. Zelda Junkie said games in 1996, and it's the first time we're trying it, and the 1996 games are working. So it might be worth actually looking at a release schedule or all the Nintendo 64 games and how they're released, and which ones released in 1996 and try it, because at the moment, you know, it's fun trying this random kind of stuff. I remember with the Saturn core, you know, I always refer back to that where Duke Nukem, you loaded Duke Nukem and the game would load directly after it. If you loaded it directly, it just wouldn't work. So trying to kind of get into game. Wow, okay, we're looking good. Okay, so we're going to play beginning game. Okay. That, you know what, look at that screen here now. Yeah, that screen actually looks as if you know when you're booking a cinema ticket or you're booking a plane ticket and it's asking you where to go. Yo, Ori, good night, man. Good night, buddy. Wicked. Update my MiSTer. Yeah, that's a good end to the night. Okay, let's see. Oh, do you know what, guys? A big shout out to Zelda Junkie LOL2. Okay, wow, he's onto something. He said 1996 games are the ones that, guys, legit, this is playable. Look at that. I've bought, this is like a game where I bought the premium content of the shadow costumes. If this was a modern game now, like a modern hockey game, and you would spend, they would charge you $5 or £5 per character to buy the shadow costumes. So this is what's happened. I know I'm putting a different spin on it, but guys, legit, this is playable. The only thing is you can't really tell the difference between your teammates and the other teammates. And okay, I scored there, or did I score first? I've got no idea, guys. But this is a good finale to end on. So Zelda Junkie, dude, thank you. And there's an area called Edmonton, not too far from me. They do good noodles there. I always talk about I always end up talking about food, but yeah, I actually, to be honest, the noodles aren't that good there. But my daughter, she likes the noodles there. So whenever I tell her, look, what do you want to eat? And Edmonton's not like there's a place near us about a mile, and it's easy to drive there, not much traffic. Edmonton, sometimes there's traffic, and it's probably about 3 to 4 miles to get there, but sometimes there can be traffic there, and parking's a bit of a pain around there as well at times. But yeah, you know, my daughter, if she wants it, occasionally I'll go down there. you know, got to do something nice once in a while for her. Teenagers. Okay, so guys, yeah, banging. Zelda, dude, right. When we do the next one, you're picking a list, man. But I'll probably forget after this stream. It's always late to write down the 96 games. So I know if Cyber Akuma's in, he'll just go, here's the 96 playlist. But then, you know, if you're in there, Zelda, give us those names. But that is awesome, man. I kind of want to finish the game. Hopefully it's 39 seconds left. Where's that fight? I always associate... Oh, I'm controlling that guy now. Okay, which way am I shooting? Is it that way? I think I'm... No, okay, I'm shooting the other way. Right. Oh, okay. Do you know what? This game isn't actually bad, man. I remember what was one? There was a hockey game I used to play on the NES called Blades of Steel, man. That legit was good, man. That was a very, very good game. And there was one on what was the one on the Mega Drive? There was a wicked one on the Mega Drive. I can't remember what it's called now. End of Period 1. Yeah. Oh, wicked. Or yeah, sorry about all the food talk. Right, let's just go Star Fox now for the end. But that's awesome, man. Awesome. I wonder if that theory is correct. If I remember, we're gonna have to discuss that on the Discord to say let's try out a whole bunch of games from the year 1996. Nah, you know what, Adventure Tackle, man, 2.5 hours in, we're gonna end it on the Star Fox now, man. Oh, NHL 94. Is that what you're talking about on the Mega Drive? Yeah, sorry, I thought you were asking for another game to be played. Was that NHL 94? I don't know, but it was very, very good on the Mega Drive. Very, very good. Especially, it came alive when you played 2-player, obviously. So guys, the intro for this, I really, really like it, man. It's not something I remember much of because I think we always just kind of press the start button. But yeah, man, like nice, everyone that's around. Let me get some screen props up because, you know, I've kind of got them ready. There we go.
He's invaded the Lilat system and is trying to take over Corneria. Our army alone can't do the job.
Wicked.
Hurry, Star Fox.
I really wish like there was a new modern Star Fox, man. Was the one on the GameCube? Did anyone play the one on the GameCube? Was that actually any good? You know, the one on the GameCube, was that there was a Star Fox game, not the Star Fox adventure game. There was a Star Fox game, like a spaceship game that you flew around. I think it was made by Namco, if I'm not mistaken. I never quite played that one, but it was one of them ones I always wanted to play on the GameCube when the GameCube was current, but either I didn't have it or I couldn't find it. It was wicked though, man. It was wicked. Yeah, no worries, Zelda Junkie. Thanks you guys for watching, man. It's always fun streaming. Like streaming is it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's more fun than making videos, but I do like making videos sometimes as well. The only video, one of the videos I don't so much enjoy making anymore is the Saturday news videos, man. They take a long time, man, and I just want to get them done. There's certain things I don't want to miss out. I don't want to take a shortcut on it. I like doing them, but they do take a long time. Like my Saturday, half the day is gone with that video. Yeah, that's Star Fox Assault. Yeah, that's the one, man. So is that the one? It must be Star Fox Assault. I think that is the one. Do you know what? I might try and play it on emulation, you know, by a Dolphin, because I always like the look of it. It looked really good, but I never heard too much about it, so I don't know if it was good or bad or whatever.
Check your G diffuser system.
Yeah, Star Fox GameCube, man. Star Fox Assault on the GameCube. Oh, it is a good. Oh, Star Fox. Yeah, Star Fox 64 is wicked, man. Did it come out for the 3DS as well? I think it came out for the 3DS, and it was good for the 3DS. I replayed it on the 3DS. It was wicked, man. So the same as what we had in yesterday's video. I think the core that was released on the 19th. We've got windows showing on the spaceship now, so that's like a big thing.
I'm okay.
Oh, cool, wicked tackle. I'm gonna have to check those out, man. I've always wanted to play them. There's no excuse now. You know, I can play them on a handheld as well, so I can actually play them on. What is it? Yeah, I can play them on the Steam Deck, man.
Slippy, get back here!
Love it.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Yeah, definitely can see a lot more of the enemies, man. It's so nice to see this. That's a bomb I think I collected. Did I get them off Slippy's tail? Haha, I did. Let's fire a bomb to see what a bomb looks like. There you go, bombs out. That's nice. I don't think this has crashed them. Oh, I fired the bomb. It feels like it slowed down. Yeah, it slowed down while that bonfire was happening. Do a barrel roll as well. That's not...
This is horrible.
Yo, Mike Jackson, how you doing, man? Channel member Mike Jackson in the house. Mike, I'm just ending the stream, man. We're like 2 hours 39 minutes in, man. This might be the longest stream I've ever done, but these updates are coming fast. They are awesome, and Mike, you are awesome too, man. Thanks for dropping by, man. I love seeing that little members thing next to your name. It's good because it kind of highlights your name different, and it puts those the little emoji thing or whatever I created, man. So nice of you, definitely nice of you to drop by, man. Thank you. Wicked. Oh, Chris, how you doing, man? Thanks for dropping by. But guys, this stream is coming to an end. I kind of wanted to finish it on Star Fox, and we did finish it on Star Fox. Now I'm always wondering what tomorrow's going to bring. Are we going to have another update? And if we do have another update, I might do streams. I've got open evenings. I'm all right for the evenings for the next week, apart from on Wednesday. I need to go bed early because I have to take my dad to the airport, and his flight is, I have to be for the airport for like 6 o'clock or half 6, so I need to leave really early. I need to be up at like 4 a.m. Go and do it, which is fine, but it just means Wednesday night, Thursday morning is going. It just means an early one. But wicked, man, for sure. Love your shiz too, Mike. But guys, you know what, that's it. I'm gonna end it, because if not, I'll just be sitting here all the bloody time doing this. So wicked, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscription, I like all that good stuff, is super appreciated. I'll see you guys around. Take care of yourself. Yep, definitely take care of your parents as well. You know, they grow old, they help you when you're young, so don't abandon them when they're old. Do take care of them. So awesome stuff, guys. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. And Andy, big up to you as well. Big up Mike Jackson. Big up Zelda Junkie for the 96 thing. Big up to Adventure Taco, Rice Cake, Ori, Cyber Akuma, if I haven't said it already, Joseph, everyone that tuned in. If I've forgotten your name, please forgive me. I'm bad with names, I've got a crap memory. And Spockerville as well, which is a hard name to remember. Dreadnought as well, guys. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to end it here. See you guys around. Pixel, Cherry Ninja, bye Chris as well. Wicked, guys. Have a good night, good day, good afternoon.